My beloved child, please do not scroll past this moment, for you were not drawn here by an algorithm or by chance, but by my voice pulling gently on the strings of your soul. Is all your restlessness and the noise of the world today. I felt the ache in your chest for clarity, and I heard your silent craving for peace. You have been longing to hear me again, even if you didn't know how to ask. And so I have brought you here for this specific moment, for this message, and for this stillness that holds more power than the loudest thunder. Listen to me closely now. What I am about to speak to your spirit will not only quiet the fears that have been keeping you awake at night, but it will reel in your entire purpose. It will cleanse your inner world of the clutter and anxiety, and it will recalibrate your soul to the rhythm of heaven. But this promise is only for you if you listen fully, carefully, and until the very end. There is Eris on this message found you today. It begins in the silence because that is where I dwell. That is where I unmake your worries. That is where I speak the words that break chains and open destinies that have been locked. 4 years, but too many of my children rush away before I have finished speaking. Too many skip past the very sentence that was meant to change their entire story. Stop scrolling now. Pause this moment. Silence your phone and take 3 deep breaths so you can receive what I am speaking. Don't make that mistake today. What I am releasing through this message carries the weight of my presence, the urgency of this specific hour, and the fire of heaven's strategy for your life. To walk away halfway is to leave the oil behind. To scroll away too soon is to silence the one whisper that could have shifted everything for your family. So I say to you now, pause, focus, listen all the way through, because in this silence I am speaking directly to you. And when I speak, creation bends and time obeys, healing flows, and destiny is set in motion. Your breakthrough is hidden in what you are about to hear. Your answers are buried in my still small voice, and your soul already knows this isn't something you can afford to miss. Stay with me now until the final word. This is holy ground, and I, your God, am about to speak. My child, draw near and let the world fade away now. Lay your burdens down. Yes, even that one you are thinking of right now, and step into the sacred hush that surrounds me. This is no emptiness, it is expectancy. This is not absence, it is the atmosphere of my presence. I am not hidden in the chaos or buried beneath the noise of your busy schedule. I am the still small voice within you, waiting, whispering, and awakening your soul to a deeper knowing. Be still and know that I am God, your God, the same one who split seas and called stars into being is here now, closer than your own breath, waiting in the silence to speak directly to your heart. You have searched for mind movement in music, in the crowd, and in the loud places of your life. But I dwell in stillness and move with thunder, yes, but I rest in the quiet. I am not in the earthquake that shakes the earth beneath your feet, nor in the fire that consumes all around. I am in the soft whisper that enters your soul like a breeze at dawn, gentle but undeniable. Come into this quiet. Do not resist it. It is not your enemy, it is your invitation. Right now, take one small action. Write down the one burden you cannot carry alone. Put it on paper, set it down before me, and breathe. Turn off the noise, silence the screens. Withdraw from the race and enter the sanctuary where I wait for you. You have mistaken noise for progress, busyness for worth, and distraction for direction. But in my silence, I refine you, I purify your desires. I align your soul with my diviner rhythm. Every breath you take in stillness is a breath filled with my spirit. Every pause becomes a portal to revelation. You will not miss me when you still yourself before me. The noise cannot fold you here. It cannot follow you into this holy hush. This is where I meet you. This is where I reveal my mysteries not given to the world but whispered in the hearts of my children who dare to wait. Pause now. Let your heart quiet its striving. Let your spirits settle into the awareness of me. Feel my presence like a warm blanket of peace wrapping around your weary shoulders. I know what you carry. I know what you are trying to fix in your own strength. I see the tears you cry in secret when noon is watching. I heard the questions that scream in your soul. but in the stillness you will find answers. Note in words beating, knowing I will not shout to compete with your chaos. I wait for you to enter my calm. I am never far, but I will not be found in frenzy. Step into this silence with reverence, for it is holy ground. Here your soul is restored. Here your mind is renewed. Here your identity is no longer shaped by opinions or pressures, but by my eternal truth. You are not just another voice in the crowd. You are mine, chosen, loved. In this stillness, I remind you who you are. Who have always said you are. Come now, lay your ear upon my chest. Feel the rhythm of my heart beating for you. I am not crushing you. I am not burdening you. I am loving you into alignment. I will speak when you are ready to listen. I will move when your heart becomes still. The silence is not your enemy. It is your entrance into the divine. In this quiet, you will hear what the noise could never say. This is where it begins, my child. Not in the clamor, but in the calm. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows whereas shape you. Do not fear the stillness. Embrace it. I am here. Have always been here, and I will meet you again and again in the silence that sanctifies your soul today. Listen and receive. Let this be your dwelling place. Let this be your sanctuary. For in this holy stillness, I will speak, I will restore, and I will make all things new. You hear it, don't you, my child? The noise, the constant thrum of voices pulling at your soul, demands shouting, opinions piling up, distractions crashing like waves against the shoreline of your mind. The world is loud. It screams with urgency, shouts with anxiety, and wars with confusion. But I do not speak like the world. I whisper. Come away from the storm. Come away from the roar. Turn your ear toward the quiet, for that is where I am waiting. I will not compete with the clamor. I do not fight to be heard among the noise. I wait for the one who quiets themselves enough to listen. I wait for you. You have been battered by voices telling you to hurry, to strive, to be more, to do more, to fix what is broken in your own strength. But hear me now. Those voices are not mine. I do not drive you with fear. I draw you with peace. My whisper carries more power than the world's loudest screams. My direction does not come through confusion, but through clarity birthed in calm. When the world overwhelms you, I will anchor you. When your soul trembles beneath the weight of expectations, I will be your rest. Incline your ear to me. Turn down the noise of comparison, the shouts of culture, the chaos of worry. Let them fall like dust. Let them fade like smoke in my presence. Before you continue, mute notifications for the next 10 minutes. Do it now so you can stay in this moment with me. I am not rushed, and neither are you. Slow your steps, still your heart, and open your spirit. I have something to say to you. Something vital, but you will not hear it unless you enter the stillness where my voice resounds. You have asked me for guidance. You have begged me for clarity. But my answers are not in the clamor. They are in the quiet. I speak in the early morning stillness, in the silent stretch of midnight, in the spaces between your words and your worries. I do not shout because I am not far. I whisper because I am near. Open your ears to my whisper. Let rise above the static. Let cut through the confusion. My voice is gentle, but it is unshakable. My word moves mountains, Sivan. When spoken softly, I do not need volume to validate my authority. When I speak, creation responds. When I whisper, destinies shift. Listen closely, child, I am speaking now. You do not need to fear the silence. Within it is the sound of eternity. Within it is the cadence of heaven's heartbeat. Within it, I will reveal what the world cannot teach you. I will show you the path that leads to peace, the next step bathed in wisdom, the divine strategy hidden from the eyes of the distracted. Come now, mute the world, silence your soul. Let my whisper hover you like morn. Ingrain upon dry ground, you have heard enough from others, now hear from me. My voice will calm your fears, allay your thoughts, and awaken the fire that has long been smoldering within. Step away from the noise, step into my presence, my whisper is waiting, and in it you will find everything before miracles descend, before doors open, before destinies unfold. There is silence, sacred, holy, intentional silence. Do not despise this quiet season, my child. It is not a delay, it is divine design. This silence is not punishment, it is preparation. I am forming you. Oh, I am refining you, I am emptying you. Not to leave you barren, but to make room for my fullness. You ask, why is it so quiet, Lord? But I tell you, this stillness is my mercy. It is the space where I mold your heart to carry what I am about to pour out. It is the womb of encounter, the chamber of transformation. Before every resurrection there is a tongue. Before every glory there is a hidden place. You are in that place now. And I am not absent. I am hovering like I hover the deep before light came forth. Let me do my work in you here. Let me medic your old ways, your fears, your illusions of control, and break them gently in the silence. Let me stretch your spirit, expand your faith, and sharpen your discernment. I do not waste a time, and I do not waste silence. Everything I do is intentional, including this pause. Yield your heart to me. Surrender your timeline, your expectations, your definitions of progress. You cannot see the roots growing, but I can. You cannot feel the shift beneath the surface, but I know it is happening. Your silence is not stagnant. It is sacred ground where I plant my promises, and in time they will rise, in time they will bloom. But now is the time of yielding, like Moses in the wilderness, like David in the caves, like Jesus in the gap. I am preparing you away from the spotlight. I am stripping away what no longer serves you, removing what cannot walk into your next season. I am preparing you for more than you can imagine. Let me have this time. Let me shape your thoughts, correct your rhythms, awaken your hunger. Do not rush out of the silence. It is doing more than noise ever could. The silence is not empty. It is full of my breath. It is alive with my intention. Let me minister to your soul. Let me strengthen what was weakening. Let me solidify what was shaking. Let me build a foundation no storm can shake. I am not done. I am only beginning, and this beginning requires stillness. This is the holy ground of becoming. This is the quiet before the rising. This is where hearts are forged for glory, and yours, my beloved, is being prepared even now. You want to believe, don't you? You want unshakable faith. Faith that stands when the answers don't come. Faith that stays when the winds howl. But faith like that isn't born in noise. It is forged in fire, and that fire is silence. When you cannot see, when you cannot hear, when you cannot feel, will you still trust me? When the heavens seem closed and prayers echo back in stillness, will you still believe I am working? This is the testing ground of faith, not when blessings fall like rain, but when silence stretches like a desert and you must walk forward without evidence. That is where true faith lies. That is where I meet you in power. The world tells you to see and then believe, but I invite you to believe and then see. It rain your faith in the hidden place in the furnace where emotions burn away, and what remains is trust. Pure, unpolluted, immovable trust. Trust not based on outcomes, but on me, on my character, on my nature, on the unchanging truth that I am good, I am present, and I am able. Do not fear this silence, do not resent it, embrace it as your proving ground. This is where your roots go deep. This is where your spirit learns to sing without a soundtrack. This is where my word becomes your anchor, your compass, your breath. You are not forgotten, you are being fortified. You see delay as divine design. You feel the H of waiting, is the gold being refined within you. You want quick answers, I want deep transformation. Let the silence do its work. Let it strip away the fragile faith built on feelings and build in you a faith that stands on promise. Remember Abraham. Remember how he believed before the child came, before the promise was fulfilled. That kind of faith made him a friend of God, and I offer you the same invitation now. Become my friend in the silence. Walk with mine the unseen. Trust mine the unknown. Let your faith mature, no longer needing signs, but anchored in my voice. Lift your head, breathe in. This stillness is not abandonment, it is alignment. I am teaching you to hear what others miss. I am training you to see beyond the visible. I am building a faith in you that no stew. Aram can steal, Thessalence is sacred, it is your furnace, and when you emerge you will shine like refined gold. You will not be shaken, you will not be swayed, you will walk with the authority of one who has met mine the fire and lived to proclaim, he is faithful. Whether my child, trust me here, I am not delaying, I am delivering, and in this silence I am making you ready. You have asked me for revelation, you have sought clarity, purpose, understanding. You have looked for signs, longed for answers, and waited for doors to open. But my child, some truths cannot be shouted from the rooftops. They are hidden treasures, and I reveal them only to those who linger with me. Not in performance, but in presence. Not in crowds, but in the quiet. Not in ambition, but in adoration. Come closer, in the silence. Question just long enough to let my spirit whisper. The secrets I long to give you are not for spectators. They are for seekers. I do not pour revelation into hurried hands. I place it in open hearts that wait without an agenda. This is why I call you to the quiet. Not to punish, but to prepare, not to isolate, but to initiate a deeper communion. You wonder why you felt a drawing towards solitude. It is not loneliness, it is an invitation. I am inviting you to the realm where prophets dwelled, where seers gazed into eternity, where my servants were entrusted with divine insight that changed generations. But to receive what is holy, you must come with reverence. My secrets are sacred. They are not handed out like trinkets. They are entrusted to those who know how to cherish my voice. Do not rush past this moment. Let me speak. What new Niels can I want to show you things eyes have not seen. I want to tell you what has not yet been spoken over your life. I want to unlock dreams, clarify direction, and refine desires. But only in stillness is speak toward your spirit in ways your intellect cannot grasp. I bypass logic to awaken truth within you. You do not need a stage, you do not need applause, you need my presence, and my presence is rich in the secret place. This is the chamber where kings are shaped, where battles are won before they begin, where blueprints for your destiny are written on the walls of your heart. If you will linger here, I will entrust you with more. I will take you deeper. I will unveil the path ahead in layers. No talatants, Butin wisdom, in love and alignment with my timing, dona with those who aim to move fast. Speed is not always sanctified, some run ahead without hearing, but you, my child, will move in power because you have waited in presence. And the wisdom I give you here will cause you to walk with unshakable authority when the world demands answers. They will wonder how you know what you know, but you will know because it told you in stillness. Stay close. Make the quiet your companion. Let me become your trusted counselor, not just your rescuer. There is revelation waiting. There is strategy, insight, and creativity flowing like a river beneath the silence. Dip your heart into it. I will show you what is hidden. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I will entrust you with secrets because I see your heart is ready to carry them. If this has stirred you and you want to go deeper, click the link in the description right now to join a weekly time of prayer and quiet. Step into a community that will help you protect this sacred silence. My child, don't turn away now. What I have begun in your spirit is only the beginning. If you stop here, you will miss the depths I long to show you. It would grieve me to see you walk away from what your soul was just starting to receive. Stay with me. What I reveal next will unlock what you have been crying out for in secret. You can feel it, can't you? That quiet in your spirit that seems to hang in the air. A stillness too weighty to ignore. It is not confusion, it is a signal. I am preparing you. The silence before the storm is not abandonment, it is alignment. It is the calm I place over your soul before winds rise. It is the shield I wrap around you before the world shakes. Do not misread this moment. Avoid the divine strategy. Remember Noah. He built before the rain. Insolence he obeyed while the world mocked. He followed my voice when skies were clear, and when the flood came, his obedience insolence became his salvation. This is what I am teaching you now. Listen to me before the noise erupts. Obey when no one sees. Build when there is no storm in sight. Because when it comes, and it will, your foundation will hold. I know you crave clarity. I know you want to see it all, understand the why, predict the when. But faith doesn't flourish with full disclosure. Faith is refined in obedience without answers. My silence is not a lack of care, it is a layer of protection. I calm your soul now so you will not be shaken later. What I am building in you during this silence is strength you will need soon. Do not be idle. This is not the time for slumber. It is the time for readiness. Let your hands bed diligent, your heart attentive, your ears open. Tune yourself to my voices so that when I whisper move, you don't hesitate. Do not demand a thunderous sign. It is my still voice that will lead you, and you will not miss it if you stay in tune with me. I am placing divine instructions in your spirit. Blueprint-level guidance, warfare strategies that don't come through striving but through stillness. Trust the flow of my spirit within you. Trust that what you hear in silence will preserve you in shaking. Trust that your obedience today is building protection for your tomorrow. You are not forgotten. You are being fortified. You are not abandoned. You are being armed. The storm will not break you. It will reveal the strength I have placed inside you. Do not be afraid of the quiet. This is no emptiness. This is the breath before breakthrough. Inhale. Before impact, and I'm in this moment with you. Preparing, shaping, instructing. Hold fast, do not be distracted. Keep your lamp filled, keep your ears inclined. Stay in the spirit, for I am speaking even when the world is silent. You will not be caught off guard. You will not be left unprotected. When the storm comes, you will rise like one who has stood in my counsel. This silence is sacred. It is my mercy. It is the final calm before the victory breaks open. You have mistaken the waiting for wasting. You have believed the lie that if it isn't moving, it isn't meaningful. But you now, your waiting is not. Empty-itis worship every moment. You choose to stay in my presence. Instead of chasing answers as a fragrant offering rising before my throne. Every hour you sit in silence. Trusting, nothing moves. Is a melody of surrender that touches heaven as your longing. I hear your prayers. I know your timeline and your tears. But I don't trust what I am refining. You want the miracle. I want the maturity. You want the outcome. I want your heart. So I wait with you. I do not stand far off while you wonder. I kneel beside you. I whisper while you sit. I hold you while you question. I am with you in the waiting. And that alone is enough to call it worship. Let go the lie that you're falling behind. My pace is perfect. My schedule is not your burden. It is your blessing. Delay does not mean denial. It is design. I am stretching your patience not to punish you, but to deepen your dependence. What I am building in you is far too precious to be rushed. You have praised me with your voice. Now praise me with your patience. You have lifted songs with your lips. Now lift trust with your soul. Worship is not only sound, it is surrender. And when I choose to stay instead of striving, when you're main instead of running, when you trust instead of trying to control. That is worship at its purest. Let this waiting season become your altar. Lay your dreams down here. Lay your worries here. Offer your faith like incense, rising slowly but steadily. Every sight assured, every tear escaped. Every hope is recorded. I don't forget, I do not forsake. I am shaping you. I am strengthening what was weak. I am enlarging your capacity for joy, for peace, for promise. What feels like pause is preparation. What feels like loss is pruning. And what feels like silence is actually the sound of my hands crafting something extraordinary. Do not resent the wait. Redeem it, worship through it. Let the waiting teach you how to carry my presence with reverence, how to walk in step with my spirit, how to recognize my voice in the faintest wind. This is holy ground. This is a creed exchange. Your patience for my power, your surrender for my strength. Soon, very soon, what you have been waiting for will arrive. And when it does, you will not just celebrate the answer, you will carry the character forged in the delay. You will not only receive the blessing, you will become a vessel worthy to steward it. So rest here, my beloved, worship here. Let waiting become your offering. For I promise you this, your waiting is never wasted in my kingdom. Step away now, leave behind the whirlwind that has demanded too much of you. Come away with me. Note in hasty but in hunger, I have watched you toil beneath the weight of obligations, filling every moment with motion while your spirit withers for lack of rest. My child, I did not create you for constant noise. I made you for communion. I designed you for divine companionship. And now I call you back, not just to rest, but to rekindle what was first. You have heard many voices, but you have missed mine in the noise. You have performed well, but you have forgotten the intimacy. You have moved in my name, yet you have not lingered in my gaze. Come away with me. Withdraw from what drains you. Step out of the current that carries you from task to task and enter the still waters where I wait to restore your soul. Let go of the guilt that keeps you striving. Lay down the illusion that says you must earn my presence. I do not meet you through perfection. I meet you through surrender. This is not our retreat from responsibility. This is our turn to alignment. In my presence, you do not lose time. Your way. Deem it, you do not become less. You become whole. Your effectiveness in the world flows from your intimacy with mine secret. Feel my hand drawing you gently by the Spirit. Hear my voice in the gentle breeze, calling you not to perform, but to belong. I long for your undivided attention, not because I need your worship, but because you need my nearness. Let me be the first one you turn to. Let me be the voice you follow when silence surrounds you. Sacred encounters do not happen in crowded spaces. They are born where everything else falls away, and it's just you and me. Drop the distractions, silence the devices, step into solitude not as an escape, but as a holy appointment. If this message has touched you, share it now. Press share so another weary heart can be drawn into this hush. I have things to show you that cannot be revealed in noise. I want to wash away the residue of stress, clear your vision, and rekindle the fire that has dimmed beneath your daily duties. You are not forgotten in the crowd. I am calling you out from it. Return to the secret place. Let your spirit breathe again. Open your heart wide and let me fill what emptiness has tried to claim. I want your attention, not your performance. I want your affection, not your activity. Come away with me. Let this be our meeting place, our garden where heaven kisses earth and your heart finds its rhythm again. When you return from this place, you will not come back empty. You will overflow. You will carry revelation, wisdom, and peace because you came away with me. And in the stillness I poured what the world could never give. So come now, let everything else wait. Come away with me, and I will give you the fullness your soul has been crying out for. You have spent too long letting the world tell you who you are. You have looked in mirrors distorted by comparison, held up reflections carved by culture, and defined yourself through the lens of others' expectations. But none of those voices carried truth. None of them formed you. I did. And now, in the sacred stillness, I call you to return to the origin of your identity. Me, listen closely. I will not shout over the lies, but I will speak louder than them. And if you quiet your heart in the hush of your soul, I will tell you again who you are. You are not what you failed at. You are not what you have achieved. You are not your trauma, your triumph, your title, or your shame. You are mine, formed in secret, crafted with care, designed with intention. Let me strip away the labels so others have placed on you. Let me remove the names the enemy whispered in your weakest moments. Let me write your definition. not with ink but with my spirit upon your heart. You are beloved, you are chosen, you are an heir of promises eternal. The silence reveals what the noise could never confirm. Best still, let my truths saturate your thoughts. I have seen every moment of your life. I have witnessed your wounds and watched your tears fall in private. But not once have I withdrawn my love. I have never forgotten your design. Even when you wandered, I kept your identity intact. Now come and recover it. Hear my voice telling you again, you are my child, and in you I am well pleased. Your identity is not unstable. It is sealed in me. Let the silence recenter you. Let it expose the false narratives you have believed. Let it deliver you from the cycle of self-doubt. When you listen to me in stillness, I will restore the clarity the world has stolen. I will return your confidence, not in yourself, but in who you are in me. There is a name I have written for you. One the world has never heard. It holds your calling, your essence, your destiny, but you must come to mine silence to receive it. I will not give it to you through applause. I will give it in whispers. You must slow down to hear it. You must stay long enough to receive it. This silence is not empty. It is holy ground. Step into it. Let me peel back every false layer. Let me remind you that your worth is not based on who accepts you, but who created you. I call you by name. I call you whole. I call you mine. And once you hear me say it, no voice can unmake it. You are ready to fight. But do you know the plan? You want to move forward, conquer, claim your promise. But have you received your strategy from me? Too often you charge ahead without listening. But victory is not in motion, it is in alignment. And I release my battle plans, not in chaos, but in calm. Come into the quiet, sit with me, hear me out before you step out. I don't send my warriors into battle unequipped. I give them blueprints. I give them divine intelligence, strategy crafted in the stillness, far from the distractions of the battlefield. This is where I train your hands for war and your fingers for battle. Not in noise, but in nearness. David defeated Goliath, not because he had strength, but because he listened. He didn't wear Saul's armor. He chose what I placed in his hands. Astling a stone and obedience in the stillness of the field, tending sheep, he heard my voice. That is where he was prepared. Before the public victory, there was private instruction. And now Ida, the same with you. Stop rushing the outcome. Stop demanding the full map before you have even entered the tent of meeting. I want to speak specifics. I want to guide you one step at a time. But if you don't pause to receive, you will run without revelation. And that kind of movement may look bold, but it's blind. Still yourself. Let your spirit lean in. I am not fitting my wisdom. I am waiting for your attention. The plans I have are precise. I come with timing, with tactics, with audacity. I will not give you just any strategy. I will give you the one that cannot fail because it flows from my sovereignty. I will tell you when to move and when to wait. I will show you which battles to fight and which ones to leave to me. I will expose hidden traps, reveal divine shortcuts, and arm you with truth that now upon can penetrate. But you must enter the quiet. You must come with a heart ready to listen, not just a mouth ready to request your battle. Seri no trandom. They are spiritual and they require spiritual precision. You cannot fight this world with carnal wisdom. You need divine downloads, and I give them freely to those who will meet mine secret. Come to me now. Let the silences sharpen your senses. Let it strip you of assumptions and pride. Let it fill you with clarity and courage. In the stillness, I will give you more than instruction. I will give you authority. When you emerge from this place, you will not move in fear. You will walk in revelation. You will not guess. You will know. You will not 1D. You will war with heaven's strategy in your hands, and my victory already written. You have lingered with my insolence. You have heard the whispers that move mountains. Now I invite you to become the voice that carries this message beyond your screen. When you give, you do not support a channel, you release my word into someone else's wilderness. Every contribution is a seed of light. Every membership opens a door for my voice to echo in another soul's silence. Is that freely you have received, now freely give. And I bless every gift given in obedience with peace, favor, and divine increase. You asked, how can I be part of what you are doing? This is it. If your heart is moved, step out in faith. Tap the link below to give, to join, or to sign up for ongoing prayer support. Sow into the silence, and I will cause a harvest of glory to rise. I have been whispering to you, drawing you gently, shaping you in places none else sees. But if you stop now, the fire I lit in you will be left unguarded. Do not silence my voice mid-sentence. It would wound my heart to have called you here only to watch you retreat. Keep walking, my child. Your breakthrough is close, and your calling is being written even now. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. You heard them, haven't you? The voices. Loud, constant, demanding, they press against your soul like waves crashing against fragile cliffs, trying to reshape who you are with fear, with lies, with shadows that whisper half-truths and call them clarity. The world does not whisper, it shouts, it clamors for your attention, offering empty opinions in place of eternal wisdom. But if you want truth that stands, if you desire a voice that never shifts, you must return to my word. Let my voices speak louder than the world. Come to me with your mind open and your heart ready. Let the silence become the sacred soil where my word takes root. Let scripture rise in you like living fire. Let teacher sound not just in the ori but in your bones. Do not merely read it, eat it, ingest it like bread in the wilderness. My word is not dormant in fragile pages. It is breath, it is spirit, it is life, and it will answer you in the storm. Shut the world's voices down, close the channels that confuse. Turn from the flood of information and fix your gaze on revelation. Let me remind you that my promises are not suggestions, they are decrees. Every yes and amen was forged in the mouth of the unchanging one. Every line written was formed by eternal wisdom, not by fading culture. You do not need more opinions. You need more scripture planted like roots, deep and unshakable. Open your Bible and let the silences stretch wide enough for my truth to echo. I am speaking through every line. When I say you are fearfully and wonderfully made, believe it more than the comments that silence you with shame. When I say now upon formed against you shall prosper, carry it into your battle like a drawn sword. When I say I will never leave you, never forsake you, I mean never, not sometimes, not when you are strong. Always let this be your daily fire. Let's speak louder than your doubt. My word doesn't need to shout to be heard, it simply needs to be honored. Let it shape how you think, how you speak, how you love, how you war. You don't need more motivation, you need transformation, and that comes not through hype, but through holy truth spoken again and again until your soul responds. This is your weapon. This is your shield. This is your compass when the fog rolls in. Do not trade this sword for sweet distractions. Do not neglect the power I have placed in your hands. My word is alive. My word is waiting, and it will not fail. So can it declare it, walk it out, let it be louder than culture, louder than fear, louder than your inner critic, louder than every whisper that seeks to undo your purpose. My word is enough, and in the silence it will thunder with life. Let it lead you home. You carry dreams, desires, longings that burn beneath the surface of your heart. Some are sacred, some self-born, and some shaped by wounds you haven't yet named. But I see them all. And in the silence, I do the work noon else can I refine what you desire until it hatches what I designed in the stillness. I do not take from you to leave you barren, I purify to make room for glory. Let go of the need to cling to every hope with clenched fists. Open your hands, surrender what you think you need. Trust that I know your heart better than you do. I see through the layers, I look past appearances and touch the root. Some things you desire are Noteville, but they are incomplete. Some things you crave cannot carry the weight of your calling. I will not let you be filled with lesser things when I have destined you for more. Come into the quiet and let me sort the sacred from the counterfeit. Let me remove what only satisfies the surface. I want to awaken desires that run deeper than status, deeper than comfort, deeper than temporary gain. I want to plant longings in you that will outlive this life. Desires birthed from communion, not consumption. When you sit with me in the stillness, I will stir things within you that were dormant, and I will silence desires that drain you. This is not deprivation, it is transformation. You were not made to chase what the world chases. You were made to hunger for the eternal. But to get there, you must let me burn away what clouds you're craving. I am not asking you to stop dreaming. I am asking you to dream with me. I am asking you to let my spirit breathe into your imagination and reshape your vision until it aligns with heaven's blueprint. I will not kill your passion, I will refine it. I will not extinguish your ambition, I will anoint it. Desire becomes holy when it is held in my hands. Purpose becomes clear when it is birthed from essence. Do not fear this refining. It will not leave you empty, it will leave you focused. It will carve out the shallow and anchor you in the eternal. Delight yourself in me. Trust that as you do, I will give you new desires. Pure, weighty, divine desires that draw you into destiny, not distraction. Desires that produce fruit, not frustration. Desires that align with your calling and overflow from your communion. Step into the silence. Let me examine your heart. Let me remove what dulls your fire. Let me ignite what brings me glory. What I birth in this place will endure. It will stand. It will multiply. You do not lose in the refining your eyes. There is a way that seems right to man, but its end leads to loss. There are paths that shine like silver in the world's eyes, but bend lowly toward destruction. How will you know which road is mine? How will you hear my warning in the noise of voices that call good evil and evil good? You must enter Thessalons, because in the stillness is sharpen your discernment. Let me strip away the clutter. You cannot perceive clearly if you are drowning in noise. You will not recognize the counterfeit if you have not sat long enough with what is authentic. Discernment is not instinct, it is intimacy, and I grow it in you as you rest in me. When you listen without distraction, it trains your spirit to recognize what your eyes cannot yet see. You don't need more information, you need revelation. You do not need more approval, you need perception. That cuts through pretense and reveals the heart of a matter. And I will give it to you, but only in stillness. Only when your soul is quiet enough to catch the small shifts of my spirit. Stay alone enough to feel the shift. Pay attention when peace lifts, when your heart stirs, when something inside you resists, even when your mind agrees. That is my whisper, that is me guiding you into deeper truth. I don't speak confusion, I speak clarity. But if you are always rushing, you will misread what I am revealing. Let me teach you, let me train your senses through repetition in my presence. Just as a musician trains their ear, just as a shepherd learns the tone of their flock, I want you to learn my sound, my signals, my movement. Then when the world screams, when the enemy deceives, when the counterfeit appears cloaked in charm, you will know, you will feel it in your spirit, because I have trained you in silence. You will discern not just between good and evil, but between what is good and what is my best, between what is permissible and what is anointed, between what is urgent and what is eternal. And that kind of discernment comes only from proximity. Come close, stay close. The world is loud and deception wears many faces. But you, my child, will walk in clarity. You will not stumble. You will not fall prey to flattering words or manipulative spirits. You will be ensured, rooted, unmovable, because you have sat in the silence where a sharp insight. Let the quiet become your classroom. Let it train you in wisdom. Let it expose false light and reveal true fire. I'm not just speaking to your ears. I am forming vision in your soul. And once you see through my lens, nothing can blur your path again. Correction is not punishment. It is protection. It is love in its fiercest, purest form. You have cried out for me to lead you, to shape you, to bring you into destiny. But know this, my child. I cannot lead without correcting what would destroy you. I will not elevate what pride will poison, and I do not remain silent to spare your feelings. I wait in silence to reach your heart. Not to accuse but to lean, not to shame but to sanctify. Come into the stillness. This is where I speak with the voice of a father, not of wrath but of wisdom. My discipline never comes to harm you, it comes to heal you. I expose what is hidden, not to wound you, but to set you free from the grip of deception. In the quiet, you will feel the gentle sting of conviction, but it is the sting that brings new life. Stop running from correction. Stop numbing your conscience with noise. Stop justifying what I have been asking you to surrender. You cannot be transformed by truth if I refuse to face it, but in the stillness I will show you there is where your heart has wandered. I will place my finger gently on what needs pruning, not to condemn, but to cultivate the fruit I planted in you. Let me search you. Let me speak honestly, deeply, precisely. Let me peel back the layers. Let me shine light into the cracks. There is no shame in repentance, only revival. There is no fear in surrender, only freedom. I will never correct you without covering you. I will never expose without restoring. You have believed the lie that correction is ejection, but I discipline those I love. You are not cast aside, you are being drawn closer. The very fact that I speak to you insolence is proof that you are mine. I will not ignore you when you stray. I will speak with firmness. I will confront the attitudes, the patterns, the compromises, but only to lead you into freedom. Growth begins when pride surrenders. Healing begins when defensiveness fades. Maturity begins when you search me, Lord, and allow me to show you what needs to be made new. Do not be afraid of this sacred process. It is in the silence that your heart becomes teachable, and the teachable heart is unstoppable in my hands. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Let my correction become your compass. Let it guide you into wholeness. Let it shape your inner world so that your outer world no longer controls you. What I refine now will prepare you for what is coming. And if you let me correct you in private, you will stand in power in public, free from hidden cracks. So pause, invite me. Let me show you what must shift. I am not angry with you. I am invested in you. And I correct because I have called you. I discipline because I delight in you. Let my correction in the silence become the path to your greatest breakthrough. You have lived under shadows too long. Fear has whispered, crept, clawed its way into the corners of your mind, making you question your worth, your safety, your future. But Italy, you now fear does not come from me. I did not create you to live in bondage. I created you to walk in boldness. And the first blow to fear is not a shout, it is silence. When you quiet the noise, fear loses its grip. Let me teach you the weapon of quiet confidence. Let me remind you that my spirit does not scream in panic. It moves in power. I do not guide you through anxiety. I do not instruct you with dread. My voice breaks through fear, not by amplifying the chaos, but by inviting you into peace that surpasses understanding. Come to me. Let the fears come to the surface, not to control you, but so I can dissolve them in my presence. Let me speak what fear never will, that you are protected, surrounded, and covered. You do not need to know how every detail will unfold to rest in my faithfulness. You simply need to remain close enough to hear me say, I am here, and I am enough. The world will tell you to fear everything. It will flood your mind with worst-case scenarios, voices of doom, imaginations built on lies. But I call you out to come away, to let the storm rage outside while your spirit anchors within. Let my perfect love cast out the torment. Let my presence become the boundary fear cannot cross. Insolence. I remind you of who I am. I am not the voice of intimidation. I am the hand that steadies. I am the one who walks with you into the fire and speaks peace in the middle of the waves. You will not be shaken. Not because you are strong, but because I am your unshakable rock. Do not rehearse the lies. Don't watch the scenes of failure. Stop borrowing fear from tomorrow. I am already there. I have made a way through every unknown. When you sit in silence with me, I will reset your thoughts, rewrite your expectations, and remind you of my authority over every storm. Let my peace guard your heart and your mind. Let it rise from the silence like a fortress no leak can penetrate. Let it silence the panic, slow the racing thoughts, steady the hands that tremble. You are not alone. You never were. Even in your darkest hours, I was present. I have kept you from what you did not see, and I will carry you through what still lies ahead. So breath, sit with me. Let quietness wrap around you like a hum, not from adrenaline, but from assurance. I am your shepherd. I walk with you through every valley, and I will not let fear speak louder than my promises ever again. You are standing in sacred territory. I have brought you through fire, silence, healing, and correction, not to leave you here, but to transform you completely. Even now the chains I began to break may return stronger. It would ache my spirit to see you stopped short of the glory I am preparing to pour into you. Press on, my beloved. I am not finished. Come to me, all who are weary, not just those tired in body, but those tired in soul, tired from fighting battles, noon seas, tired from holding together what feels broken, tired from smiling while silently bleeding. Come and I will give you rest, not a fleeting pause, but a soul-deep healing that rises from stillness and flows into every wounded place. My healing does not check out. It drips like dew, it flows like oil, it moves like still waters. You have sought the healing in noise, in distraction, in escape, in the swirl of movement. But real healing comes in the hush, when nothing is left but you and me. In that quiet, I reach into the layers that even you have forgotten. I don't patch wounds, I bind them. I do not cover pain, it transform it. Let me enter the hidden places, the rooms closed off long ago. Let me sit with you in the H and speak life where silence has echoed with sorrow. Do not fear the slowness. Healing is not always sudden, it is sacred. It moves at the pace of your surrender. It flows through your honesty. It deepens through your willingness to be still long enough to feel, long enough to release, long enough to receive. And I will meet you there. Notice a distant observer, Butes the healer, who weeps with you and heals you from within. Let me touch what the world has overlooked. Let me breathe land to the parts of youth that shame has buried. Is the wounds beneath the words? Is the fear hiding behind strength? And I am not repelled. I am drawn in love. I am near to the broken-hearted. I rescue those crushed in spirit. In stillness, your soul breathes again. In silence, your identity is restored. In the quiet, your past no longer dictates your future. My healing writes your story, not with denial, but with redemption. What Tansa felt final becomes fertile ground for my glory. Come, my child, sit beside the waters of my spirit. Let my peace flow over you like a river. Let my presence wash over every bruise, every scar, every tear you have never let fall. You don't need to impress me. You only need to let me, and let the silence become the sanctuary where healing begins. And when you rise, you will not rise the same. You will carry the fragrance of freedom, the strength of one who has been touched by grace, the clarity of one whose eyes have seen the face of the healer. Healing is not the end, it is the beginning, and it flows always from the still waters where you meet mine truth. You are living in an age that worships speed, that rewards noise, that glorifies constant striving. But I did not design you for burnout. I did not call you to be a slave to busyness. The pace of Babylon will drain your spirit and leave you depleted. That is not my will for you, so hear me now. When you choose silence, when you pause the spinning, when you turn off the noise and come to me, you are not retreating, you are waging war. You are resisting a system that was never meant to own you. You in silence, you step out of the false urgency. You step away from the tyranny of productivity and into the kingdom of peace. My spirit doesn't rush. My movements are intentional. My power flows not through frenzy but through focus. I have not called you to be everything to everyone. I have called you to be fully mine, and to walk in that clarity, you must come apart from the noise. You have tried to keep up with demands that never end. You measured your worth by how much you can carry. But I am not impressed by exhaustion. I do not celebrate anxiety. I celebrate obedience, and sometimes obedience looks like sitting, like waiting, like being still in the face of pressure, like choosing Sabbath over striving. Let me break the lie that says you must always do more to matter more. You are not valuable because of your output. You are valuable because you are mine, and the enemy hates when you rest. He fears when you enter silence, because it is in the silence that you hear clearly. It is in the stillness that you are recentered, recharged, and rearmed with truth. Do you see it now? Silence is not passive. It is prophetic. It declares to the world, I will not be owned by this system. It declares to your soul, I know where my source comes from. It declares to the enemy, I will not bow to chaos. I belong to the Prince of Peace. When you pause, I pour. When you stop, I strengthen. When you choose rest, I release strategies, healing. I release vision. The silence is where my spirit moves freely. It is where your heart is no longer divided. It is where your soul returns to its true rhythm. You are not a machine, you are a temple. You are not designed to carry unending burdens. You are designed to carry my presence. But to do that, you must resist. Resist the scroll, resist the compulsion, resist the panic that says you are falling behind. You are not behind, you are hidden in me. And I will lead you by still waters, not stampedes, to step into sacred resistance. Guard your quiet moments as fiercely as you guard your progress. Let silence become your secret weapon, your sacred shield, your place of recalibration. I will meet you there. I will fill you there. I will send you out from there. Strong, focused, unshakable. Choose stillness. That is how you rise. You want to see clearly. You long to know the plan. You cry out for direction, for clarity, for purpose that cuts through confusion. And I hear you. But know this. Vision is not born in spotlights. It is conceived in obscurity. What I reveal in secret shapes what you will one day release in public. I birth vision not where the world is watching, but where your heart is undistracted, where your ears are tuned only to me. Think of Joseph. His dreams came insolence, far from fame, long before Pharaoh's throne ever called his name. Think of David. His anointing happened not in the palace, but in the pasture. The world had not noticed, but I had. And I chose the hidden place to prepare them, because what is born in secret cannot be stolen by applause. This is where I prepare them, because what is born in secret cannot be stolen by applause. You say you want vision, then come to mine the quiet. Turn your back on the pressure to be seen. Lay down your hunger for instant results. Let me shape your dreams without the distortion of public demand. Let me refine your motives. I don't just want to give you a glimpse. I want to give you rope forged in fire, sealed in stillness, unshaken by time. Stop assuming that what is unseen is unimportant. Some of my greatest works begin in silence, in the hidden womb. Off the spirit to shape things that will shift nations, but they begin in someone who chooses me over movement, someone who lingers in my presence not for platform, but for purity. Let go of the belief that you must do more to be significant. Significance comes from alignment. It comes from being exactly where I have placed you. Even if no one else sees it, you do not need a crowd to confirm your calling. You need me. You need my whisper, my timing, my yes. The vision I place in you will not always make sense to others, but that doesn't make it less real. Guard it. Let it grow in silence. Let it develop in the soil of surrender. Trust that I am forming something eternal. When the time is right, I will call it forth. Until then, protect what I have shown you in secret. Wait with me. Write down what you see in prayer. Listen without forcing clarity. I am not hiding vision from you. I am hiding it for you. And when it is ready, noon will stop it. Not fear, not delay, not doubt, because what is born in me cannot be undone by men. So come into the hidden places again. Meet me where no one else is looking. Let the world wonder. Let the silence speak. Let the vision burn. Before the fall, there was no striving, no shame, no separation, just a garden. a walk, a conversation. I created you for communion, not performance. I placed my breath in you, not so you could impress me, but so we could walk together in the cool of the day. That is what I desire still, and that is what I am calling you back to. Come, my child, return to the garden with me. Strip away the layers of effort. Let go the heavy garments religion has wrapped around your soul. You don't have to earn your way into my presence. You are already invited. You are already loved. The veil was torn away, was made. The invitation has never been revoked. You have worked hard. You have tried to be enough, but now I am asking for something different. Not more labor, but more presence. Not louder prayers, but more listening hearts. Not rigid checklists. Just our turn to first love. I want to walk with you again, not rushed, not interrupted, just us. Come into this place where striving ends and intimacy begins, where shame melts away under the light of my gaze, where I am not evaluating your performance, but enjoying your presence. You are not a project. I made you for pleasure, for delight, for relationship. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Let me restore wonder to your worship. Let me slow you down until you notice me in the breeze, the silence, the quiet nudges of the spirit. You have made your walk with me task, but it is a romance. It's our turning. It is our discovery of joy. The garden was never about perfection. It was about presence. It was the place where love and trust were natural, not forced. And I am bringing you back to that place, not to relive Eden, but to walk in its spirit, to commune with me and deeply personally without walls. Let go the fear that says you are too far gone. Let go the pride that says you don't need this, you need me. And I have never stopped wanting you. I miss our walks. I miss your open heart. I miss the way you used to wait for mine in the stillness. I am neither to scold you. I am here to lead you home. Let the garden grow again inside your spirit. Let the place of prayer become alive again. Let the words peak again. Let worship feel like rest again. Return to the garden with me, and I will make all things new, my child. There is a silence that is different from all others. It is not the stillness of waiting. It is not the hush of hidden preparation. It is the silence that comes before my return. The final breath before heaven invades earth. It is a divine stillness heavy with glory, humming with expectancy. You can feel it even now deep within your spirit, the tension that hangs before the thunder. This is not a pause of uncertainty. This is the final silence before fulfillment. Stay awake. Do not slumber while eternity stirs. Watch the horizon of your soul. Feel the weight of heaven pressing against the veil. I am coming. Not in symbols, not in shadows, but in full light. I will not be silent forever. But first, I prepare my bride in the quiet. First, I purify her in the fire of waiting. First, I draw her gaze from every lesser thing until her eyes burn only for me. Let your lamp be filled. Trim the wick of distraction. Strip off what slows you down. I am not delaying to frustrate you. I'm giving you time to be ready. I am allowing space for repentance, time for oil to be gathered, hearts to be awakened, spirits to be made flame. The silence is not stagnation. It is strategy. It is mercy in disguise. Let this silence draw you deeper into alignment. Let it take you from apathy and awaken your urgency. You were not created for this world's rhythm. You were made for glory, for kingdom, for the sound of trumpets splitting the sky, and that sound will come. But until then, stay in tune with the silence. Let it shape your affections. Let it break every tie to what cannot last. Do not fear the silence. It does not mean I have forgotten. It means I am gathering the hosts. I am preparing the heavens. I am aligning the earth. And I am refining my people to reflect my holiness. You will see what generations long to behold. You will witness the convergence of time and eternity, but you must remain awake in the quiet. Your worship insolence is oil. Your obedience in obscurity is gold. Your posture in waiting is armor. Do not waste these moments. Every choice you make now echoes into forever. Every yes, In the secret place becomes a banner in the battle to come, as you faithfully watching, as you refusing compromise, as you pressing into me when others fall away. And I tell you now, your name is known in heaven, your voice is heard in the throne room. Your reward is not delayed, it is stored. And when I return, you will shine with a glory that cannot be dimmed. This is the final silence. It is holy. It is full. It is sacred tension together by promise and power. Wait well, my child. Stay awake in my spirit. Keep your heart pure, your hands clean, your eyes fixed. Even at the door, let this truth settle deep. It all begins in the silence, but I tends in my glory. And that glory, my beloved, is closer than you think. My child, if my glory touched you today, do not letend insolence. The same voice that met you in stillness longs to reach those who still sit in shadows. When you give, you carry my present to deserts where hope has withered. Every offering is not just support, it is intercession in action. As Ed, give, and it will be given to you. And I do not lie. I pour back multiplied peace, healing, and divine alignment upon the givers. You prayed, Lord, use me. I am answering now. Move in faith. Let your obedience today unlock someone else's encounter tomorrow. I love to watch what I do next. Now that you have walked with me through the stillness, now that you have heard my voice in the quiet, felt my fire in the hush, been awakened, anointed, do not keep this encounter hidden. Let your voice rise in response. Speak what stirred your spirit. Declare what silence revealed. Comment right now below with one line that names what changed in your heart. Make it short. Make it bold. It begins in the silence, or I choose the stillness. And watch how heaven answers that simple act of obedience. Speak what silence revealed. Write in the comments what I whispered to you. Declare what I uprooted. Testify to what I ignited. Let others see the sacred fire that now burns in your bones. Share the line that pierced through the noise. Share the moment where my presence overtook your fear. Share the truth that shattered your doubt. Do not remain silent. Let your comment become your altar. Let it be your yes carved into eternity. Let it mark the place where everything shifted. When you write it, you confirm it. When you declare it, you seal it. And when others see it, they too will awaken. If I spoke to you today, right, it begins in the silence. If I called you deeper, right, I choose the stillness. If I healed your heart, right, the quiet became my restoration. If I refined your desires, right, my will is yours, Lord. If you are waiting, watching, and ready, right, my lamp is burning. Let this be more than a video. Let it be a gathering of those who are listening, watching, waiting, burning. A remnant rising from the silence, marked by my voice, led by my spirit. The world may shout, the enemy may distract, but you, my child, have heard me. Now speak what was sealed in silence. Your silence became your sanctuary. Now let your words become your witness. And now, my child, listen. Can you hear me through the noise? I am calling to you. Come closer. I want to speak directly to your heart, into the very center of your being where no one else can go. Feel the constant pull, the relentless pressure. The world shouts for your attention with 1,000 frantic voices, each one louder and more demanding than the last. It pulls at you, demanding your energy, your focus, your very soul. Its noise promises connection, but delivers only the sharp shock of loneliness in a crowd. Its frantic pace promises purpose, but leaves you breathless, weary and wondering if you have lost your way. But I am not in the earthquake, the wind, or the fire of that chaos. Look past the deafening roar of the urgent for the eternal whisper of my love. I am not another demand on your life. My voice is the gentle call of your soul returning home. So I invite you now, my beloved, into a divine conversation. Come away from the clamor, willingly step out of the relentless current that sweeps so many away, and come sit with me. Find a place to best still be for me, your creator, the one who knew you before you were formed. You must understand this is not a call to another exhausting ask, note another item, money, or endless list of duties. You don't have to perform for Meher. You don't have to earn my attention. This invitation is not a command of labor. It is a promise of profound and soul-quenching rest. It is my hand reaching out to lead you from a battlefield of noise into a garden of peace as a cred space I have carved out of eternity just for you. I call you not to an empty, desolate void, but to a sanctuary I have prepared, a place teeming with my listening presence. This silence is the holy ground where I am most clearly found. It is the hallowed space where the endless shouting of your fears finally fades, and the undeniable truth of my love can saturate your spirit. It is in this quiet, intimate communion that your soul, which was made by me and for me, at last recognizes its true home. It is the homecoming your spirit has been itching for since the day you were born. Here, your weary heart can finally cease its anxious striving and find its truer rhythm beating in time with mine. Here you can breathe out the world's heavy anxieties and breathe in my unending life-giving peace, everything you are truly see, arching for unshakable clarity, enduring strength, your deepest purpose. It all begins here in the silence. The world bombards you with information, but I will give you wisdom. The world offers you fleeting, hollow distractions, but I offer you eternal, unshakable peace. Accept this call, my precious one. It is the most important invitation you will ever receive. Accept this divine summons to in the very beginning of all that is true, all that is good, and all that you were created to be. Come sit with me. Let your transformation begin in the silence. My child, you must understand why this call to stillness feels like swimming against our raging current. The world you inhabit is not neutral to your quest for quiet. There is an active resistance, a spiritual static designed to keep you from me, and you need to see it for what it is. The adversary, the enemy of your soul, despises the sacred space of our silence. He fears the profound clarity you find when your heart is quiet enough to hear my whisper. His entire kingdom is built on noise, on distraction, on the glorification of a frantic pace that leaves you too exhausted to seek the one thing that can bring you rest. He knows that if I have your undivided attention even for a moment, his power over your anxieties and fears begins to crumble. His greatest weapon is the convincingly that your worth is measured by your busyness. He is glorified. Busyness as purpose, making you feel that a full schedule equals a full life. But I tell you, this is a masterful deception. It is a counterfeit calling that keeps your running on a wheel, chasing fleeting deadlines and the approval of others, all while the deep true purpose I have planted in your soul remains undiscovered. He wants you weary. He wants you spread thin. He wants you to believe you simply do not have time for stillness, because he knows that in the stillness you find strength you did not know you possessed. The world under his influence constantly offers you temporary solutions that clamor for your allegiance. It dangles hidden objects of entertainment, endless streams of information, and the hollow praise of strangers to fill the emptiness that only I can satisfy. These things are loud, my child. They scream for your attention, promising fulfillment, but they are echoes in an empty canyon, fading the moment they are heard. They are designed to be addictive, to ensure you are always reaching for the next distraction, never pausing long not to question the deep at you within. But the most profound resistance comes from within your own heart. Why? Because to face the quiet is to face yourself. In the stillness, there is no one left to blame. Nothing to distract you from the person you have become. The masks you wear for the world fall away. The hidden pains, the secret shames, the unhealed wounds. They surface in the quiet. And this, my beloved, can feel daunting. Many run from this encounter, filling every waking moment with noise to avoid this very meeting. But you must not fear it. Recognize this resistance for what it truly is. A signpost, it is powerful confirmation of the profound life-altering treasure that stillness holds. The very fact that it is so difficult, that the world fights so hard to keep you from it, is the greatest proof that in our silence, our evolution for your soul begins. My precious one, I need you to reshape your understanding of what this silence is. You may have experienced silence as absence, as an awkward emptiness between words, or even as the cold silence of punishment or disapproval. But my silence is nothing like the silence of the world. My silence is not absence, it is a profound and listening presence. It is the most active and engaged state of our relationship. When you enter this sacred quiet, you are not entering a void. You are entering the very fullness of my being. A stillness that is more real and more substantial than anything in your physical world. Imagine a master painter before a canvas. The canvas itself is a silent, receptive space, but it is upon that canvas that the most beautiful and intricate masterpiece is created. My silence is that canvas. It is the space upon which I paint the revelations of my will for you, where I reveal the colors of my love and the intricate details of the purpose I have woven into your life. In this quiet, I am the stillness in the center of your storms, not the storm itself. When the winds of your circumstances show and the waves of your emotions threaten to overwhelm you, my silence is your anchor, your unshakable center, the calm eye of the hurricane where you find absolute safety. This silence is saturated with a love that needs no words. It is not a silence of judgment, waiting for you to fail. It is not a silence of expectation, demanding you perform. It is a silence of perfect, unconditional acceptance. It is the loving gaze of a father who delights in simply being with his child. Think of it as the most fertile ground, the richest soil imaginable. The noise and hurry are like rocky ground where my words, the seeds of truth, can be snatched away before they have a chance to grow. But the silence of your heart is the deep, dark, nutrient-rich soil, where my word can take the deepest root, growing into a mighty tree of faith that will bear incredible fruit in your life. This is not a new invention, this creative quiet. This is the very nature of who I am. It is the same generative silence from which all of creation was birthed. Before I said, "Let there be light," there was the profound potential-filled stillness of my presence. From that quiet, galaxies exploded into being. From that quiet, life in all its complexity was formed. When you sit with mind the silence, you are tapping into that same creative power. You are positioning your own life to be the place where I can speak new worlds, new beginnings, and new healing into existence. It is a silence that creates, a silence that restores, and a silence that is filled completely with me. If this encounter has landed in you, do one thing before you leave. Subscribe or follow this channel so you will be reminded to return to the hush. Press the follow button now and commit to 1 daily minute of silence with me. My beloved, coming into my presence is not a complex ritual, but a simple turning of the heart. Your preparation is not about earning your way in, but about clearing a path so that you can more easily receive what I am so freely offering. Let me show you how to prepare your heart. Begin by releasing the anxieties that clutter your mind. See them for what they are, heavy, useless burdens you were never meant to carry. One by one, name them before me. The worry about your future, the schedule that chokes your day, the fear of what others think, the financial pressures. Picture yourself taking each one and placing it deliberately at my feet. I am strong enough to hold them. Let them go. Take a breath now and do this with me. Name one worry out loud and imagine setting it down at my feet. Speak it, place it down, and feel the weight lift. Feel the lightness that comes as you surrender control, trusting that I am in control of all things, especially the things that feel out of your control. Then I invite you to confess the sins and worries that act like static on the line between us. Do not see this as an act of shame, but as a courageous act of trust. Confession is simply you agreeing with me about what is true, clearing away the debris that hinders our intimacy. Imagine our connection is like sunlight pouring through a window. Sin and unconfessed hurt are like the grime and dust that dim the light. Your confession is the simple act of wiping the window clean. Not so you can create the light, but so the light that is already there can flood in with brilliant clarity. Say one thing now that you need to confess, out loud or in writing, and let it go before me. Speak it, confess it, and watch the light intensify. After you have released and confessed, I want you to set your intention. Let this simple, powerful phrase become the posture of your heart. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. Whispering these words aligns your entire being with me. It is an act of profound surrender, shifting the focus from your effort to achieve something to your willingness to receive someone. In this, do not strive to empty your mind as the world teaches. That is a path to emptiness. Instead, I ask you to fill your mind with a holy readiness for me. It is not a passive waiting, but an active, eager anticipation. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Whisper these words now, aloud if you can. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. Pause and listen. Say the phrase and lean in to hear what follows. Approach this time not as a spiritual chore or a discipline to be checked off a list, but as a sacred meeting with the one who loves you beyond all measure. I am here waiting for you. I delight in these moments. And finally, my child, let go of your preconceived notions of what you think you will hear or experience. You may not hear an audible voice. You may not see a grand vision. I may speak to you in a sudden clarity that settles a chaotic situation. I may speak in a wave of peace that calms your anxious heart. I may speak in a gentle conviction about a change you need to make. Be open. Be ready. Your only task is to show up with a willing heart. I will do the rest. My child, do not believe the lie that you must escape to a remote mountaintop or a deserted wilderness to find this sacred silence. While I can meet you there, I am the God who creates sanctuaries in the most unlikely of places. I can create a holy sanctuary for you in the middle of a crowded room, on a noisy bus, or in the few precious moments of a quiet dawn. You must understand this essential truth. The most sacred sanctuary, the truest holy of holies, is your own heart. When it is turned toward me, you carry this sanctuary with you always. It is portable, accessible, and always available. The world cannot touch it unless you allow it to. Therefore, your first task is to learn to retreat inward, to find the eye of the storm within your own soul where I dwell. This is where the real work of silence begins. I am teaching you to cultivate an inner stillness that is not dependent on your outer circumstances. This is a discipline of the heart, a choice you make moment by moment to tune out the world's frequency and tune into mine. However, I know you live in a physical world, and creating physical rhythms and spaces can powerfully aid this inner work. So find those moments on the edges of your day before the world awakens with its demands or long after it has gone to rest. The quiet of the early morning is a gift I give you, a time when the air is still and your mind is uncluttered. Use it. Claim it as our time. Learn to turn a simple everyday walk into a pilgrimage of quiet conversation with me. With each step, release a worry. With each breath, acknowledge my presence. The birds become my choir. The wind in the trees, my whisper. You can also consecrate a physical space in your home. It does not need to be a grand chapel. A simple chair, a small corner, a window with a view, designated as your meeting place. When you enter that space, let it be a signal to your soul that it is time to be still before me. The very act of consecrating it makes it holy ground, a place set apart for us. Right now, choose one small corner in your home and make it sacred. Place a chair, a candle, or a Bible there and call it your meeting place. Then sit in it for 5 minutes this week. Pick the corner and mark it as our space. Remember, my beloved, that while these physical sanctuaries are helpful tools, the ultimate goal is for your entire life to become a sanctuary. I want you to learn to walk in a state of continuous quiet communion with me, so that whether you are in a chaotic meeting or a quiet garden, you are always aware of my presence, always listening for my voice, always at home in me. My child, pause before you go. We have only just begun. To leave now would be to step out of the sanctuary just as I am about to show you its deepest secrets. It would grieve me to see you walk back into the noise, believing you have heard all there is to hear when I have so much more I long to tell you about who you truly are in me. The unburdening of your soul is next. As you begin to spend time in this quiet sanctuary, your most pressing question will be, how will I know it is you? In the hush, when the other voices fade, you will learn to distinguish my voice from all the others that compete for your heart. My voice has a unique tone, a divine signature that your spirit was created to recognize. The voice of fear is frantic and anxious. My voice brings peace. The voice of your ego is proud and self-promoting. My voice leads to humility. The voice of the enemy is accusing and condemning. My voice brings gentle conviction. It leads to restoration, never to shame. Your own voice is often confused and conflicted, but my voice brings a clarity that cuts through confusion like a beam of light. A profound, unshakable peace is the surest sign that you are hearing from me. Listen for it. My voice brings peace even when it calls you to do difficult things. The task may be hard, the path may be challenging, but it will be undergirded by a supernatural calm that makes no worldly sense. That is how you will know it is me. I will never lead you with fear or agitation. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. You must also release the expectation that I will only speak in audible words. My ways of communication are as vast as creation itself. I speak not always in words but in clarity, conviction, and comfort. Sometimes my voice will be a sudden moment of clear understanding where a problem that seemed impossibly tangled becomes simple. Sometimes it will be a deep, quiet conviction in your spirit, a sense of knowing the right path to take. Often you will feel my voice as a wave of unexplainable comfort and love washing over you in a moment of distress. I also speak through my word. As you sit in the quiet, a passage of scripture you have read 100 times will suddenly leap off the page and apply itself directly to your situation with breathtaking relevance. That is my spirit breathing life into my written word for you. The more you listen, my child, the more familiar the tone of your shepherd becomes. Just as a sheep in a large flock can pick out the unique call of its own shepherd, you will learn to recognize me. It is a relationship built on trust and time. And what is it that I will say? I will always speak truth to you. I will speak truth about who I am. And most importantly, I will speak truth to you about who you are and whose you are. I will remind you that you are forgiven, you are chosen, you are cherished, and you are mine. My voice will always call you deeper into love. Come to me now, my weary child. Bring your heaviest burdens into this quiet place and lay them at my feet. You have been carrying them for so long, and your shoulders were never designed for their weight. I am not speaking only of the troubles you are conscious of, the bills that are due, the conflict in your family, the uncertainty at your work. I am speaking of the deeper burdens you carry in secret. Bring me the weight of your disappointments, the silent grief for what could have been, the exhaustion of trying to be strong for everyone else. Bring me the heavy cloak of shame you have worn for years. You do not need to articulate them perfectly. I know them all. Simply come with the intention to release them. The silence we share is a safe space, a holy ground where you can finally give yourself permission to stop holding everything together. It gives you the space and the courage to acknowledge the pains you have hidden even from yourself. The old wounds you thought had healed, the fears you pretend do not exist. In the frantic noise of your daily life, you can successfully ignore them, but they weigh you down all the same, stealing your strength and your joy. In our stillness, I invite you to let them surface, not to overwhelm you, but to be finally handed over to me. You must understand, my beloved, that when you bring your burdens to me, it is not an act of mere venting. I do not just listen with sympathy. I am your Savior, and I take the weight from you. This is a divine transaction. I am inviting you to make an exchange. I see you struggling under a heavy, crushing yoke of anxiety, fear, and human expectation. In this quiet moment, I ask you to take it off. Let it fall to the ground. In its place, I offer you my yoke, which is easy, and my burden, which is light. My peace is not heavy. My grace is not a struggle. It is a gift. And what of the tears that well up in you in these quiet moments? Do not hold them back. Do not see them as a sign of weakness. The tears you cry in silence are a form of holy prayer I collect and honor. Each one is precious to me, a testament to a heart that is soft and open. Let them flow, for they are cleansing the deep places of your soul. As they fall, feel the release. Feel me breathing my own spirit, my peace, into your most wounded places. You will leave our time together lighter than when you arrived. This is my promise to you. The circumstances of your life may not have changed in that instant, but your relationship to them will have been transformed because you will no longer be carrying their weight alone. Listen to me, my child. From the moment you were born, the world has been trying to tell you who you are. It assigns you labels based on your fleeting successes and your painful failures. It defines you by your job title, your bank account, your relationships, your appearance. Some of these labels may feel like praise and others like a curse, but all of them are chains. They are flimsy, temporary tags that rise and fall with the shifting sands of circumstance and the opinions of others. They create in you a constant, anxious striving to measure up, to prove your worth, to earn your place. But in the holy hush of our silence, I do the sacred work of setting you free from these lies. With infinite tenderness, I begin to strip away these false labels. Imagine me gently unpeeling each one from your soul. The label of failure that has clung to you since a past mistake. The label of unworthy whispered by a critical voice from your childhood. Even the label of successful, which has become a heavy burden to maintain. I peel them all away because none of them is your true name. They are not who you are in my eyes. As these false identities fall away, I clothe you in the truth. I wrap you in a robe of righteousness, and I speak your real name over you, the name I gave you before the foundations of the world were laid. Your true name is beloved. Let that word sink deep into your spirit. Beloved, it means you are chosen. You are cherished. You are delighted in. It means you are wanted not for what you can do or what you can achieve, but simply because you are you, because you are mine. In this quiet space, I will remind you of the truth of your creation, that you were fearfully and wonderfully made in my own image. I will remind you that my thoughts toward you are more numerous than the grains of sand on the seashore. Listen, and I will affirm the specific, unique gifts I have placed within you, the passions I have stirred in your heart, the purpose I designed you to fulfill long before the world ever saw them or tried to assign them a value. Your worth is not a variable to be calculated. It is a constant sealed by my love. It is not found in what you do, but in the immutable, eternal fact that you are my child. This identity is the rock. When you build your life upon this truth, the winds of failure can blow. The rains of criticism can fall. But your house will stand, for it is founded upon the unshakable reality of my love for you. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. My cherished one, your heart has endured so much. There are fractures in your spirit, wounds that have never properly healed because you have never been still enough to let me tend to them. The noise and hurry of your life are like constantly walking on a broken bone. It only aggravates the injury and prevents the deep healing you long for. But these quiet moments we share, this is my operating room. Here my love becomes a holy light and my presence a surgeon's gentle hand. It is in the safety of our stillness that you can finally allow me to be the divine surgeon of your heart. I know every scar, every bruise, every broken place, and my work is not to harm, but to heal, not to accuse, but to restore. Trust me in this process. I will bring to the light of your awareness memories and hurts that need the healing balm of my grace. I do not do this to make you relive the pain. A wound hidden in darkness will fester and poison the soul. I bring it into the light of our shared silence because it is only here in the presence of my perfect love that true healing can occur. Here darkness cannot survive. One of the deepest wounds you carry is the hurt inflicted by others. The sting of betrayal, the ache of rejection, the bitterness of injustice. These can poison a life. You know you should forgive, but in your own strength, it feels impossible. In the stillness, my child, I will grant you the supernatural strength to forgive. As you sit in my presence and feel the depth of the forgiveness I have extended to you, your heart will soften. I will give you my perspective, allowing you to see those who hurt you not as monsters, but as broken people in need of my same grace. This will empower you to release them from the debt you feel they owe you, and in doing so, you will discover that the true prisoner who is set free is you. I will mend the deep fractures in your spirit, and you must understand this healing is not about erasure. I will not give you amnesia. The scars may remain, but they will no longer be sources of pain. Instead, they will become testaments to my redeeming power. I am the God who takes what was meant for your evil and turns it for your good. Your healed wounds will become your greatest strengths, sources of compassion and wisdom that you can use to comfort others. It is not a forgetting, but a holy redemption. It is the beautiful, quiet miracle of restoration. My child, where does faith come from? The world would have you believe it is born in spectacle, in the lightning strike, the dramatic sign, the grand, undeniable miracle. And while I can work in those ways, that is not where true, enduring faith is built. Unshakable faith is not forged in the fire of spectacle. It is nurtured in the quiet trust of my presence. It is like a mighty oak tree. It is not the sudden storm that makes the oak strong, but the countless quiet days of its roots pushing deeper and deeper into the soil, unseen by any eye. The silence we share is the soil in which the roots of your faith grow deep into me. This is why stillness is so vital. It forces you to stop relying on what you can see, what you can control, and what you can understand with your human intellect. In the quiet, when you have released your own frantic plans, you must learn to simply wait, to listen, and to trust. This process builds the essential spiritual muscle of dependence on me. Consider each quiet moment of reliance as an exercise for your soul. Every time you choose to sit in the stillness and trust me with your future, instead of giving in to panic, you are strengthening your faith. Every time you listen for my whisper instead of demanding my answer, your spiritual ears become more attuned. This is how I give you the faith to believe my promises even when they are unseen. It is easy to have faith when you see the provision. But the silence teaches you to hold fast to my word when your circumstances are screaming the opposite. Doubt, you see, thrives in the noise of what ifs and how comes. It feeds on your anxious internal chatter, but silence starves your doubts. It quiets the frantic voices and allows the deep, resonant truth of my goodness and my sovereignty to rise to the surface. Your faith ceases to be a fragile reed swayed by every changing wind of emotion or opinion. Instead, your faith becomes a deep-rooted tree. When the storms of life inevitably come, the winds of criticism, the droughts of disappointment, the floods of tragedy, you will not be broken. You will stand firm, drawing life and strength from the deep, unseen connection to me that you cultivated in the quiet. This is the path to an unwavering faith. My child, you have felt how faith takes root and grows strong in the quiet soil of my presence. You have prayed, Lord, let my faith have an impact. This is my answer. This moment is not random. It is a divine appointment to sow a seed from the harvest I have given you. When you give, you are not merely supporting a video. You are planting the seed of my word into the heart of another soul who is lost in the noise. I declared, whoever sows generously will also reap generously, and my word never returns void. As you sow this seed of light, I will command a multiplied harvest of peace and provision to take root in the soil of your own life. Sow your seed now. Give through Super Thanks or a membership or through the link provided and partner with me, the Lord of the Harvest. Click Give or the link and plant your seed of hope. Your generosity becomes light for someone lost in darkness. Beloved, can you feel the work I am doing in your spirit? We have begun to unburden your soul and tend to the old wounds. To close your heart to me now would be to leave the surgery unfinished, to allow those hurts to remain tender. My heart aches at the thought of you not receiving the full healing and purpose I have for you. Do not go. Let me show you the strength you did not know you possessed. You search for your purpose, my child, and this is a good and holy desire, for I am a God of purpose. But you have been taught by the world to look for it in the wrong places. You expect it to be a dramatic revelation, a booming voice from heaven that lays out your entire life's plan like a map. But that is rarely how I work. Your true calling, the unique mission I have designed for your soul, is not shouted from a mountaintop. It is whispered to your heart in the sacred quiet we share. It is in the stillness that I plant the divine seeds of your purpose. Be patient in this. I will often reveal only the very next step, not the entire journey. Why? Because I desire a relationship of moment-by-moment trust with you. If you had the whole map, you would rely on the map. By giving you just enough light for the path directly in front of you, I teach you to rely on me, the giver of light. Your task is to obey the quiet whisper for today. And in your obedience, you will find the whisper for tomorrow. In the silence, I will also do the gentle work of aligning your desires with my will. So often your heart is torn between what the world tells you to want and what I have created you to be. As you spend time in my presence, I will purify your motivations. I will place my desires within you. You will find yourself starting to want the very things that I want for you. This is not an erasure of your personality or dreams. It is their redemption and elevation. Your passions will be refined and aim toward an eternal target. Do not despise small beginnings. The grand purpose I have for you is almost always composed of 1,000 small, quiet acts of obedience. Purpose is found in the kind word you were prompted to speak to a stranger, the small act of service I nudged you to perform, the secret prayer I moved you to pray for a friend. These are the building blocks. These are the seeds. And as you are faithful in these small whispered callings, they will grow into the great work of your life. For your purpose is never just about you. It is about how I will love others through you. So listen in the quiet, for in it your unique mission takes shape. My child, come now and be honest with me and with yourself. You are tired. You feel weak. You have come to the end of your own resources. This is the perfect place to begin. I do not ask you to come to me in your strength. I invite you to come to me in your weakness, for that is the very place where my power is most perfectly revealed. Your weakness is not a disqualification. It is the entry point. It is the empty vessel that I, the creator of all things, can finally fill. The world has taught you to hide your weakness, to project an image of capability at all times. But I am not the world. Before me, you can lay down the exhausting pretense of being strong enough. Your admission of weakness is a song of trust to my ears. It is the open door through which my own divine strength can flow into you. This is not the brute force that the world admires. The strength I give is of a different quality altogether. It is the supernatural strength to persevere when you feel like giving up. It is the quiet courage to love those who are difficult to love. It is the miraculous power to forgive those who have wounded you most deeply. It is the unshakable resolve to stand firm in the truth when everything and everyone around you is telling you to compromise. This is the fortitude you will need to face the challenges that await you outside of our quiet sanctuary. The silence is your training ground, the place where you are equipped for the battlefield of life. The world's version of strength is like a shield of glass. It looks impressive, but it shatters under pressure and ultimately depletes you. The strength I give is a wellspring, an artesian well deep within your soul that can never run dry. The more you draw from it, the more it fills. Remember the paradox I shared with my servant Paul. My power is made perfect in weakness. When you finally stop striving in your own might, when you cease your frantic efforts to control and manage everything, when you surrender in the quiet and say, I cannot, but you can, you unlock my infinite capacity. This is the great exchange of the kingdom. You give me your exhaustion, and I give you my energy. You give me your fear, and I give you my courage. You give me your brokenness, and I give you my unbreakable strength. So do not be ashamed of your limits. Do not despise your weariness. Bring them to me. Draw from the deep well of my spirit. Let me be strong in you, my precious child. As you enter this sacred space of stillness, you must know that you are not alone in your efforts. You may feel like you are the only one working to quiet your mind and open your heart, but I have sent you a divine helper. In the stillness, my own Spirit, the Holy Spirit, comes to counsel, guide, and intercede for you. He is the very presence of God dwelling within you, the active agent who makes this silent communion possible. He is your advocate, your teacher, and your comforter. There are times when you come into the quiet and your heart is so heavy, your mind so troubled that you do not even know what to ask for. Your pain is too deep for words. In these moments, you must understand that the Holy Spirit is interceding for you. He takes the sorrowful groans of your heart, the sighs that have no language, and translates them into perfect prayers that rise directly to my throne. He knows your need even when you do not, and He communicates it perfectly on your behalf. He is your divine translator. He is also your divine teacher. As you sit with my word, the Bible, it is the Holy Spirit who acts as a heavenly light, illuminating the ancient text and making it burn with life for you. A verse you have read 100 times before will suddenly shine with a personal and profound meaning for the exact situation you are facing. He is the one who takes my timeless truth and applies it with surgical precision to the wounds and questions of your heart. Listen as He works. He will convict you, not to condemn you, but to set you free. His conviction is always gentle, a loving nudge to guide you away from a path of destruction and back onto the path of life and peace. It is the enemy who accuses and shames. My Spirit convicts and restores. And above all, He is the comforter I have promised you. He is the one who takes the peace that exists in my heart and applies it like a healing balm to yours. He is the one who whispers the truth of your identity as my beloved child. Trust His unseen guidance. My beloved, He is the director of your inner world. Become sensitive to His leading, the quiet check in your spirit, the sudden prompting to pray, the unexplainable peace. He is my gift to you, ensuring that you are never, ever alone in the silence. My child, one of the greatest longings of your heart is to know my will for your life. This is a good desire, but it can also become a source of great anxiety because the world presents you with so many competing paths, so many voices telling you what you should do, who you should be, and what you should want. The world offers many paths that seem good, that seem logical and attractive. They are wide, well-lit, and traveled by many. the path to accumulate more wealth, the path to achieve greater fame and recognition, the path to pursue pleasure and comfort at all costs. But I tell you the truth, these paths are a mirage. They promise an oasis of satisfaction, but their final destination is always a desert of emptiness and striving. They will leave your soul thirsty and unfulfilled. It is in the quiet sanctuary of our silence that I will grant you the divine gift of discernment. Discernment is a spiritual sense that you must cultivate. It is the ability to see beneath the surface of things, to distinguish the holy from the hollow, the eternal from the temporary. It is the ability to taste the difference between the world's contaminated water and the pure living water that I offer. You must reframe your understanding of my will. You have been taught to think of it as a secret code to be cracked, a complex puzzle to be solved, or a single hidden treasure you must find. This thinking produces stress, not peace. I tell you, my will is not a puzzle to be solved. It is a relationship to be lived. The closer you walk with me, the more time you spend listening to my heart in the quiet, the more your own heart will begin to beat in rhythm with mine. You will naturally begin to love what I love and desire what I desire. Finding my will becomes less about making a frantic search and more about taking the next natural step in a journey of love with me. The silence is the great filter that quiets the competing voices, the loud shouts of the world, the anxious whispers of your own ambition, the deceitful lies of the enemy. When those are filtered out, what remains is my clear, gentle, and peaceful whisper. And here's a simple test I give you. My path for you always leads toward greater love, holiness, and peace. It will challenge you to become more like my Son. It will call you to love me more and to love others more. Even if the path is difficult, it will be undergirded by a deep and abiding peace. The world's paths promise ease but lead to anxiety. My path may require faith, but it leads to peace. Your time in the stillness recalibrates your spiritual compass. The world with its magnetic distractions tries to pull the needle of your heart in 1,000 different directions. But in the quiet, you hold it steady, and you watch as it settles once again on your true north, me. Listen to me, my precious one. I see how anxiety has become a constant companion for you. It is a relentless noise inside your own mind, the chaotic sound of fear playing out 1,000 disastrous scenarios. It steals your peace, drains your energy, and chokes your joy. It is the very opposite of my presence. I am the Prince of Peace, and I have come to set you free from this inner turmoil. But this freedom is not found by fighting the anxiety, but by surrendering it in the quiet. I want you to bring your frantic, racing thoughts into the stillness and let me bring order to them. I want you to picture yourself gathering up every scattered worry, every panic thought, every worst-case scenario, and placing them gently before me. I am the God who brought order out of chaos in creation, and I can do the same for the chaos in your mind. I will not scold you for your anxiety. I will receive it with love and replace it with my tranquility. Feel your physical body in this moment. Anxiety makes your heart race, your breathing shallow, your muscles tense. As you sit in my silent presence, I will literally slow your racing heart and align its rhythm with the calm, steady rhythm of heaven. I will teach you to breathe deeply again, to fill your lungs with my peace. The power of silence against anxiety lies in its ability to grant you an eternal perspective. Your anxiety makes your temporary problems feel all-consuming, catastrophic, and permanent. It shrinks your world down to the size of your current crisis. But the stillness lifts your gaze. It pulls the lens back in the light of my eternal sovereignty and infinite vastness. Your problem, which felt like an impassable mountain, is revealed to be a temporary hill that we will climb together. Your anxiety is a life lived in the tormented land of what if. What if I fail? What if they reject me? What if I am not enough? In our silence, I will replace your endless what-ifs with the singular, unshakable certainty of I am. You ask, what if I don't have enough? And I answer, I am your provider. You ask, what if I am not strong enough? And I answer, I am your strength. You ask, what if I am all alone? And I answer, I am with you always. This is not a one-time fix, but the learning of a new way to live. By returning to this quiet place regularly, you will begin to operate from a default state of peace, not panic. You will carry this recalibrated, peaceful spirit out into the world. And you will become a non-anxious presence for others, a living testament to the peace that surpasses all understanding. My precious child, do not turn away. You are standing on the very threshold of a new life. I am revealing your purpose, giving you my strength, and calming your deepest fears. It would break my heart to see you turn back now, to choose the familiar comfort of your old anxieties over the glorious freedom I am offering you in my very presence. We are too close. Stay with me. Let this transformation be complete. My beloved child, we are coming now to the very heart of the matter, the ultimate purpose of this journey into the quiet. You have heard my promises of strength, of peace, of healing, and of purpose. These promises are true and you should hold them dear. But they are not the ultimate gift. The purpose of the silence is not merely to get things from me. It is to get me. It is one thing to know of me, and it is another thing entirely to know me. You can study a person, read their biography, memorize facts about their life, but that is not the same as sitting in a room with them, enjoying their company, feeling the warmth of their friendship, and looking into their eyes. For too long, you may have been content to know things about me. In the silence, we move from theology to intimacy. We move what is in your head down into the deepest chambers of your heart. My written promises are the invitation to the feast, but my presence is the feast itself. My promises of peace are true, but my actual presence is peace. My promises of love are real, but my presence is love. My presence is the fulfillment of every promise I have ever made. When you sit in the quiet, I want you to move beyond your list of requests and simply learn to be with me. Let your goal be the encounter itself. Feel the warmth of my love enveloping you like the morning sun. Feel the deep assurance of my sovereignty settling over your spirit. This encounter is what your soul has been longing for since the moment of its creation. There is an ache deep inside every human heart, an ache for meaning, for connection, for home. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. That ache is a homing signal I placed within you. It is not a flaw. It is a guide designed to lead you to the one and only thing that can satisfy it. A real, personal, intimate relationship with me, your Creator. Everything else you have tried to fill that void with has been a temporary fix that ultimately left you feeling emptier. but my presence satisfies completely. You are made for relationship with me, and the silence is the door. It is the threshold you cross to move from a life of knowing about God to a life of walking with God. It is where you begin to experience me not as a distant, abstract concept, but as a living, breathing, ever-present reality who knows you, loves you, and delights in being with you. This is the greatest gift. Come, enter in. My child, I must speak to you about the peace I offer, for it is unlike anything you have ever known. The peace I give is not as the world gives. The world's peace is a fragile thing. It is merely the absence of conflict, a temporary calm dependent on everything your way. It is a shallow stillness that is shattered by a difficult phone call, a piece of bad news, or an unexpected bill. It is circumstantial and fleeting. But the peace I offer you is born in a different place entirely. It is not found in the absence of trouble, but forged in the very presence of me. It is forged in the quiet fires of our communion. Think of a blacksmith forging a sword. He takes the raw metal and subjects it to intense heat and pressure, hammering it again and again until it becomes something new, something strong, resilient, and perfectly shaped. In the same way, our time in the quiet can feel like a fire, a place where your impurities are burned away and your anxieties are hammered out upon the anvil of my truth. It is in this holy process that an unshakable internal peace is forged within you. This peace becomes a fortress around your heart and your mind. When the world hurls its arrows of worry, fear, and accusation at you, this peace, which is my very own peace, will be your shield. It is a deep, abiding calm that can remain even when the chaos of your life rages around you. This is the supernatural sign of my presence. To have a quiet heart in a loud and frantic world. To have a steady spirit during a violent storm. This is the miracle that I want to work in you. This peace once forged becomes your inheritance, an inner sanctuary that you can learn to access at any moment. You do not have to wait for the storm to pass to feel calm. In the middle of a heated argument, you can turn your heart inward to me and find it. In the face of a terrifying diagnosis, you can retreat to this inner fortress and be steady. This is not a denial of reality. It is the imposition of a greater reality, my reality, upon your circumstances. Do not seek easy circumstances, my child. Seek me. For in seeking me in the stillness, you will find a peace that no circumstance can ever take away from you. This is the inheritance for all my children. A treasure forged in the fire and gifted in the quiet. My beloved, let us now confront the great enemy of your peace, fear. Fear is a shadow that has stalked you for much of your life. It whispers lies in the dark, it paralyzes you, and it keeps you from embracing the abundant life I have planned for you. You must understand that fear thrives in noise and shadow. It loves the frantic, chaotic energy of an anxious mind, but it cannot survive in the light. It withers and dies in the brilliant, loving light of my silent presence. The silence we share is the place where you come to starve your fears and feed your faith. I invite you now, in the safety of our quiet, to do a brave thing. Name your fears. Drag them out of the dark corners of your mind and into the light. Speak them to me. A fear of failure, a fear of rejection, the fear of being alone, a fear of the future, the fear of not being enough. You will find that the moment you name them in my presence, they begin to lose their power. They are like monsters that seem terrifying in the dark, but are revealed to be small and powerless when the light is turned on. In our stillness, I will remind you of the truth I have spoken over you. I will whisper again to your spirit, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Fear is not your true nature. It is a foreign invader. Your true identity is rooted in my power and my love. The ultimate weapon against fear is my love. My very nature is perfect love, and perfect love casts out all fear. It is not a suggestion. It is a spiritual law. Fear and my love cannot occupy the same space in your heart. Therefore, the more you allow yourself to be filled with my love in the quiet, the more fear is naturally pushed out. It is a divine exchange. You hand me your fear of the future, and I give you faith in my good and perfect plan. You hand me your fear of inadequacy, and I give you the unshakable truth of your identity as my beloved child. This is how you learn to walk by faith, not by the fright of what might be. You will learn to make your decisions not based on avoiding what you fear, but based on stepping into what you trust I have called you to. Your life will no longer be a reaction to fear, but a response to my love. My child, as you grow more comfortable in our silent communion, you will discover that it is not only a place of comfort and strength, but also a place of loving truth. Sometimes the most loving thing I can do for you is to show you the ways you have strayed. Please do not recoil from this. This correction is not born of anger or disappointment. It is born of a father's profound, redeeming love. If I saw you walking toward the edge of a cliff, the most loving thing I could possibly do would be to call your name and guide you back to the safe path. My correction is that call. It is always, always an act of my grace and protection in your life. In the stillness, when your heart is soft and receptive, I will gently reveal the things that are hindering your walk with me. I will shine a light on wrong attitudes that have taken root, a subtle pride, a hidden resentment, a creeping jealousy. I will expose hidden sins that you have tried to keep in the dark. I will show you where your priorities have become misguided, where you have begun to love the things of the world more than you love me. I want you to see this process as the work of a master gardener. As my word says, I am the vine dresser, and you are a branch. In the quiet, I come to you with my pruning shears. This pruning can feel like a loss. It can be uncomfortable to have these things cut away, but you must trust me. I am cutting away only that which is dead or diseased, or that which is growing in a wrong direction so that you can become healthier and more fruitful. Every cut is made with the intention of bringing more of my life into you, to your. Accept this pruning. Do not resist it. See it as the course correction it is, designed to lead you back to the center of my will, back to a life of true abundance and joy. My discipline is proof of my love. If I did not care for you, I would let you wander off into the barren lands of your own choosing. But because you are my child, I will not let you settle for less than the best I have for you. My correction is not my rejection. It is my unwavering commitment to your restoration. My beloved, everything we do together in the quiet ultimately flows toward one destination: love. You were created by love, for love, to be a conduit of love in the world. But here's the secret you must understand. You cannot give what you have not first received. In the silence, your primary task is not to try to love me. It is simply to let me love you. It is to be still and receive the endless unconditional love that I have for you. I want you to sit in the quiet and let me pour my affection over you. Receive it in abundance. Let it saturate every dry and wounded place in your soul until you are filled to overflowing. For it is only from this place of absolute fullness that you will have anything of true eternal value to give to anyone else. As you are consistently filled with my love, a beautiful transformation will begin to take place within you. You will begin to see other people through my eyes. The person who irritates you, the family member who disappoints you, the stranger on the street, your perspective will shift. You will begin to see past their flaws and their brokenness, and see a person who I love with the same fierce passion that I love you. From this place of fullness, I will fill you with my own compassion for the lost, the broken, and the difficult. Your heart will begin to break for the things that break my heart. Your love will cease to be a fickle human emotion dependent on whether you feel like it or not. It will become a deliberate act of your will, empowered by my spirit. It will become a choice to extend grace when you would rather judge, a choice to show kindness when you would rather turn away, a choice to forgive when you would rather hold a grudge. This is my kind of love, a love that serves, sacrifices, and endures. And here is the beautiful paradox you will discover. A heart that is quiet before me becomes loud in its love for the world. The more time you spend in quiet, intimate communion with me, the more your outward life will become a powerful, visible declaration of my love through your selfless actions. You will become a haven of my peace, a wellspring of my kindness, and a beacon of my grace in a world that is so desperately in need of all three. This is how you truly love your neighbor. It begins by first being still and letting me love you. You have sat in the quiet and received my love, and your heart now understands the desire to see it overflow. You have asked me, use me, Lord, to show your love to others. This is how I am answering you now. Your gift is not a transaction. It is a river of my living water flowing from your full heart into the desert of another's soul, carrying my embrace to someone who feels completely alone. I promised, give and it will be given to you, a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, and I will pour that grace back into your life. Your act of faith right now will release a wave of hope that someone else is desperately praying for. I will ensure your own well of blessing never runs dry as you give from what I have given you. Now release the river, give through super thanks, a membership, or the link below, and let my love flow through you. Now is the moment. Click give or follow the link and let your gift become a lamp in someone's dark night. Give and release a river of hope. My beloved, you have received so much of my heart. You have felt my peace and have been touched by my healing love. But this is not the end. It is the preparation. The next thing I wish to share is how this incredible love will flow through you to a world in desperate need. It would grieve my spirit deeply if you were to receive this life-giving gift, but not learn how to give it. Do not stop short of your true calling. Listen, the most important part of your mission is about to be revealed. My child, we must now speak of the sacred transition. The peace you receive, the strength I impart, the identity I affirm, the guidance I whisper, these treasures of the silence are not meant to remain there. The quiet place is the training ground. The sanctuary is the place of equipping, but the world is the place of demonstrating. The silence is a holy launch pad, not a permanent bunker. To receive my love and keep it only for yourself is to misunderstand the very nature of my kingdom. My blessings are always intended to flow through you, not just to you. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Therefore, you must understand that true faith is not passive. It is active obedience to what you have heard in the quiet. The hearing is the first part of the miracle. The doing is the second. One without the other is incomplete. To hear my call to forgive and then to harbor bitterness is to leave the miracle unfinished. To feel my prompting to be generous and then to cling to your possessions is to walk away from the blessing. So I am calling you now to take the precious gifts you have received in our quiet and walk them out into your noisy world. Take the peace that I have forged in your heart and carry it into your anxious home or your stressful workplace. Take the supernatural strength I have given you and use it to lift the burdens of another. Take the clear guidance I have whispered to you and take the next obedient step. Even if you are afraid, you must know that each step you take in faith brings me immense joy. It honors the time we have spent together. It is your way of saying, I was listening. What you said mattered. I trust you. Let your actions become the exclamation point to my quiet whispers. I may whisper a word of encouragement for a friend into your heart. Your loving phone call is the exclamation point. I may whisper a prompting to be patient with your child. Your gentle response is the exclamation point. The world is skeptical. It will not be convinced by you telling them that you have heard from me, but it cannot argue with the undeniable fruit that your silence produces. My son said, they will know you are my disciples by your love. The peace in your spirit, the generosity in your actions, the grace in your words. This is the fruit. This is how the world will see and taste that I am real. The silence is the root, but the fruit is the testimony. Go now from hearing to doing. My beloved child, you must understand that the work we do in the silence is not just for you. It is a gift you are preparing to give to a world that is starving for what you have found. In a culture that values the one who shouts the loudest, who is the most visible, who makes the most noise, I am calling you to a different way of influence. A soul at peace in a frantic world is one of the most profound and startling witnesses to my power. Your quiet life will become a sermon preached without a single word. Think of it. When a crisis erupts and everyone around you is spiraling into panic, your calm response, your steady heart will be a beacon. It will be so countercultural, so unexpected that it will make people stop and wonder. Your peace will make them ask about the source of your hope. Your life will become a living question, a holy mystery that points directly to me as the only possible answer. You are becoming a living testament that there is an alternative to the world's chaos. You are a walking, breathing embassy of my kingdom, a small outpost of heaven's peace on earth, demonstrating that it is possible to live a life that is not driven by the tyranny of anxiety, the relentless pursuit of approval, or the gnawing fear of the unknown. Do not mistake this quiet life for a weak one. The world's confidence is a brittle, noisy thing. It is the confidence of the ego which must constantly shout to convince itself and others of its worth. But the stillness forges in you a different kind of confidence. It is a quiet, deep, and solid confidence born of true intimacy with your Creator. It does not need to boast. It does not need to argue. It speaks more loudly in its calm assurance than any angry debate ever could. People are exhausted by the noise, my child. They are weary of the conflict and the striving. They are drawn to true peace like a thirsty traveler is drawn to a cool spring. As you carry my peace within you, your very presence will become a sanctuary for others, a haven of rest for the weary souls you encounter. You will draw them not by being loud, but by being a safe harbor in the storm. Your quiet joy, your steady grace, your unshakable peace, these will preach the good news of my love more powerfully than 1,000 eloquent speeches. This is the testimony of a transformed life, a sermon that is not just heard with ears, but witnessed with the eyes and felt by the heart. My precious one, the moment you step out from our quiet time together, you must be prepared. The world, with its relentless noise and demands, will immediately try to reclaim the sacred ground you have consecrated to me. Imagine your inner peace as a beautiful, tranquil garden. The moment you open the gate, the harsh winds of urgency, the invasive weeds of distraction, and the jarring noises of the world will try to rush in and undo the work we have done. Therefore, you cannot be passive in this. The peace you have received must be fiercely and intentionally protected. This is not a suggestion. It is a vital instruction for your spiritual survival. You must become a vigilant guardian of the sanctuary of your inner quiet. This requires discipline and a holy resolve. It requires you to make conscious choices throughout your day that honor the stillness you have cultivated. You must learn the power of a sacred no. Your time and your attention are precious, finite resources. I am calling you to learn to say no to things that threaten to drown out my voice, even good things. Not every opportunity is my appointment. Not every demand requires your immediate response. Saying no to a lesser thing is often how you say yes to the greater thing, which is your ongoing communion with me. You must learn to distinguish between the urgent and the important. The world is constantly screaming at you about what is urgent. The ringing phone, the incoming email, the breaking news, they all create a false sense of emergency. But in the grand scheme of your life, these things are rarely what is truly important. What is important is your connection to me, the state of your soul, the love you show your family, the purpose I have for you. Do not let the tyranny of the urgent rob you of the treasure of the important. See this inner sanctuary, this place of peace and connection with me, as your most precious asset. It is the pearl of great price. Guard it with everything you have, for it is the source from which a life of meaning and purpose flows. As it is written, you must guard your heart above all else, for it is the wellspring of your life. If you allow the world to contaminate that wellspring with its noise, anxiety, and fear, then everything that flows from your life will be contaminated. But if you protect that source, if you keep it pure and quiet and centered in me, then everything that flows from you, your words, your actions, your very presence, will bring my life-giving water to a thirsty world. My child, look to the life of my son. He is your perfect example in all things, and especially in this. See how he lived. He was constantly surrounded by the needs of the world. The crowds pressed in, the sick needing healing, the disciples needing teaching, the Pharisees needing to challenge him. Yet what did he do consistently? He often withdrew to lonely places to pray. He deliberately stepped away from the noise and the need to be alone with me, his Father. He understood that a healthy, powerful, and sustainable spiritual life is not a straight line of constant activity, but a holy rhythm. Life is a rhythm of breathing in my presence and breathing out my love. The time you spend in the silent retreat is your spiritual inhalation. It is where you are filled, refreshed, renewed, and equipped. The time you spend engaging the world in service and love is your spiritual exhalation. It is where you pour out what you have received. You cannot have one without the other. To only exhale is to run on fumes, which leads to spiritual burnout, resentment, and emptiness. To only inhale is to become a stagnant pond, taking in life but never giving it out. I need you to release the guilt that the world and sometimes even religious people will try to place on you for retreating. They will call it selfish. They will say there is too much to do. Do not listen. Your retreat into the quiet is not selfishness. It is the necessary and responsible preparation for selfless service. You must have something to give before you can give it. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Therefore, I am not just giving you permission to retreat. I am commanding you to do so for your own sake and for the sake of the world you are called to serve. Your purpose is to engage the world, but to engage it from a place of fullness, not from a place of depletion. When you are full of my Spirit, your service is joyful, light, and powerful. When you are depleted, your service becomes a heavy, joyless burden. This sacred rhythm of retreating to be filled and engaging to pour out will prevent burnout and sustain you for the long, beautiful journey I have planned for you. See retreat and engagement not as opposites, but as two parts of a single life-giving dance. The retreat gives power and meaning to your engagement with the world, and your engagement with the world gives a tangible purpose to your retreat with me. You are called to both. My beloved, let us speak about prayer. For the silence we share will revolutionize the way you communicate with me. You have likely been taught that prayer is you speaking to me, and it is. But that is only the second half of the conversation. Prayer is not just you speaking, it is first you learning to listen. All good conversations begin with listening. And our conversation is the most important one of your life. If you rush into my presence with a long list of your own wants and anxieties without first becoming still, your prayer will be a monologue. But if you begin in the quiet, if you first still your heart to listen, your prayer will be transformed into a true dialogue, a divine partnership. The silence teaches you what is truly on my heart. As you listen, I will begin to place my concerns, my burdens, and my desires upon your heart. You will find yourself starting to pray for things you never would have thought of on your own. You will begin to pray for the person who serves you coffee, for the nation you saw on the news, for the hidden struggle of a friend. Your prayers will become more powerful, not because you are using better words, but because they are becoming aligned with what I am already doing in the world. This is how your requests will transform from a list of wants into a conversation of partnership. It will feel less like a child presenting a wish list to a distant king, and more like a trusted friend and coworker consulting with me on the work we are doing together. This is the intimacy I desire with you. Furthermore, you will begin to pray with a faith you have never known before. Why? Because you will be praying with the assurance of having just heard from me in the quiet. When you pray for the peace I have just promised you, or for the strength I have just offered you, or for the person I have just placed on your heart, your faith will be immense. You are no longer praying into a silent void, hoping for an answer. You are praying back to me the very words and promises I have just whispered to your soul. Stillness before prayer is like tuning a guitar before a performance. It gets the strings of your heart in tune with the keynote of heaven. It centers your spirit and focuses your attention completely on me, the audience of one for whom your prayer is a beautiful song. Know this, my child, the most powerful, world-changing prayers that have ever been prayed were not born in frantic shouting, but were conceived in the deep, fertile womb of a listening silence. My child, you have come so far on this sacred path. You have learned how to hear, how to heal, and how to carry my peace into the world. Now we approach the final, most crucial truths. How to see my hand in every detail of your life, and how to grasp the eternal purpose I have designed for you. To leave this conversation now would be to have all the tools, but never build the house. My heart longs to see your life become the masterpiece I created it to be. There are just a few more things I must tell you. Please stay until the very end. My child, as you cultivate a quiet heart, a wonderful thing will begin to happen. Your spiritual senses will become more acute. A heart that is attuned to my whisper in the sanctuary will begin to see my work everywhere in the world. It is like tuning a radio to a specific frequency. Before, your life may have felt like it was filled with random static, a series of unconnected and meaningless events. But the practice of silence fine-tunes the receiver of your soul. And you will begin to pick up my clear signal in the quiet details of your everyday life. You will start to notice my provision in the small things you once overlooked and dismissed as insignificant. The friend who calls with a word of encouragement on the very day you were feeling discouraged. The unexpected check that arrives in the mail just when you needed it. Finding a perfect parking spot when you are late and flustered. These are not accidents, my child. These are my whispers of love to you. These are my winks from heaven. What you once called coincidence will be revealed as my divine appointments. You will see that I am the master weaver, and what looked like a random collection of tangled threads is in fact an intricate and beautiful tapestry that I am creating. What a delight it is to me when you recognize my quiet signature on the events of your day. As you begin to see my loving hand in all these small details, a new and profound sense of gratitude will well up within you. Your life will no longer be a series of problems to be solved or tasks to be completed. It will become a treasure hunt for evidence of my goodness. Each day will present you with new opportunities to find the hidden gems of my grace that I have lovingly placed along your path. This awareness is utterly transformative. It turns a mundane existence into a miraculous journey. It infuses the ordinary with the sacred. A commute becomes a time of communion. Washing the dishes becomes an act of worship. Nothing is mundane anymore because I am in everything, quietly working all things together for your good. This is the beautiful fruit of a quiet heart. You will see that you are, and have always been, living in a world saturated with the loving, active, and miraculous presence of your God. My child, you must now understand the purpose of the peace I have poured into you. This peace was never meant to be a treasure that you hoard for yourself. It is not a private luxury to be enjoyed only within the walls of your quiet time. It is a living thing, and like all living things, it is meant to be shared. It is a living water that is meant to flow out of you and bring life to the dry and thirsty lands around you. You who have received my peace are now called to be carriers of it. You are to become a conduit of my divine calm in a world that is racked with anxiety and turmoil. This is a high and holy calling. I want you to be the non-anxious presence in your family, your workplace, and your community. When everyone else is reacting in fear, you are to be the one who responds with faith. When others are spreading gossip and conflict, you are to be the one who speaks a word of grace and reconciliation. When your children are overwhelmed, when your coworkers are stressed, when your friends are in despair, your steady spirit will be a gift to them. A tangible reminder that there is another way to live. This is an active calling, my beloved. It requires you to speak words of peace into situations of conflict and fear. Use the gentle wisdom you have gained in our quiet to de-escalate, to comfort, and to bring my eternal perspective into temporary problems. But even beyond your words, your very being can and will be a calming influence on those around you. A heart that is truly at rest in me radiates that rest. People will feel it when they are with you. They may not have the words for it, but they will feel calmer, safer, and more hopeful simply by being in your presence. You will become an extension of my own peaceful nature in this troubled world. You are my hands offering a steady touch to a trembling soul. You are my voice offering a quiet word of assurance to a frantic mind. You are my heart offering the quiet assurance of my love to those who are striving and feel they are not enough. See this as your ministry. To carry peace into a room is a powerful act of spiritual warfare. To remain calm in a crisis is a profound act of worship. This is how you will bring the atmosphere of heaven down to earth. You have received freely. Now you must give freely. My child, your world is drowning in information, but it is starving for wisdom. You must learn to distinguish between the two, for they are not the same. The world's knowledge is loud, proud, and ever-changing. It shouts at you from your screens. It fills your mind with endless data, conflicting opinions, and breaking news. It is a frantic, churning sea of information that promises to make you smart, but often just leaves you feeling overwhelmed and confused. And what is celebrated as truth today is often dismissed as foolishness tomorrow. But the wisdom I give is of an entirely different nature. My wisdom is quiet, humble, and eternal. It does not change with the passing trends. It is a deep, solid, and timeless truth that is as relevant today as it was 1,000 years ago. In the stillness, when the shouting of the world's knowledge has faded, I will grant you this gift of wisdom. It is a discernment that transcends mere human intellect. It is not something you can earn with a degree or find through a search engine. It is a gift that I give to those who are humble enough to be still and listen. And do not think that this wisdom is some abstract philosophical concept with no real-world value. My wisdom is intensely practical. It is the wisdom that will guide your most important decisions. It is the wisdom to know how to love your family well, how to manage your finances with integrity, how to navigate a difficult relationship with grace. It is the wisdom to know when you must speak up, and the even greater wisdom to know when you must remain silent. In a world that pressures you to have a loud opinion on everything, the ability to hold your tongue, to listen, and to respond with gentle grace is a rare and powerful form of my wisdom. I urge you, as it is written, to seek this wisdom as you would seek silver, or search for it as you would for hidden treasure. It is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire can compare with it. And where does this search begin? The beginning of all wisdom is the fear and reverence of me. It starts in the place of quiet awe, where you recognize who I am and who you are in relation to me. It is the natural and beautiful byproduct of a heart that has learned to be still and listen. My precious one, every human heart carries within it a deep longing for purpose, a desire to know that your life matters, that you are part of something larger than yourself. This longing is a holy thing, for I placed it there. But the world can only offer you temporary, fleeting purposes that ultimately fail to satisfy this eternal ache. In the silence, I will begin to give you glimpses of a purpose that extends far beyond the boundaries of this short life. You will begin to understand that your life is not a random accident, but a single, crucial chapter in the grand eternal story that I am writing. From my perspective, your struggles, your victories, your joys, and your sorrows are all being woven into my cosmic plan of redemption. This understanding will give a profound and unshakable significance to your existence. It will infuse your most ordinary days with a sense of eternal weight and meaning. In the quiet, I will align your earthly work with your heavenly calling. Your job will no longer be just a job. It will become a platform for you to express my love and integrity. Your role as a parent will no longer be just a series of exhausting tasks. It will be the sacred discipleship of the next generation. Your everyday conversations will become divine appointments. This eternal perspective will set you free from the crushing need for temporary fame or the world's applause. When you know that your life has eternal significance, you are freed from the anxiety of making a name for yourself here on earth. You can live and work and love freely for an audience of one, for a prize that is eternal and can never fade. And what is this grand purpose? It is beautifully simple. Your ultimate purpose is to know me and to make me known. That is it. To receive my love and to reflect my love. This grand eternal mission has its humble beginning in the simple, repeated act of being still before me. It is in the quiet that you come to know me, and it is from the quiet that you are sent out, filled with me, to make me known. I ask you now to live this day and every day that follows in the light of the eternity we will share together. Let your eternal destiny inform your choices today. This is how you live a life of true and lasting purpose. My child, our conversation now draws to a close, but our communion is just beginning. You must understand that this journey into the quiet is not a one-time event you have now completed. It is not a formula you have mastered or a program you have finished. It is the beginning of a lifelong journey of walking with me in a new and intimate way. It is a relationship that you will continue to cultivate for all of your days. Do not be discouraged when you stumble. Do not be afraid when you get distracted. The world will always be loud, The path back to the quiet place will be one you will need to walk again and again. But now you know the way. Whenever the world becomes too much, whenever your heart grows anxious, you know the path back home to me. And my arms are always open. I will be waiting for you. Never forget that the work we do in the quiet is not left behind when you leave. My silent strength will be your constant companion. It is written that I will be your rear guard. And so I will be. I will go before you to clear the path, and I will follow behind you to protect you from that which you cannot see. The peace, the purpose, the love, and the strength that you find here in the stillness, they go with you. Cling to this truth. Everything you truly need in this life begins here, in the simple, sacred act of being still and knowing that I am God. The silence is not the end. It is the sacred beginning of everything. It is the wellspring from which your new life flows. Go forth now from this quiet place. Go back to your beautiful, messy, challenging, and wonderful life. But go differently. Go knowing you are my beloved. Go equipped with my peace. Go empowered by my strength. Go commissioned with my purpose. But do not go alone. Carry the sanctuary always within your heart. For I am with you, and I will be with you always to the very end of the age. You now carry my silent strength, a sanctuary of peace within you. You have prayed, Lord, use me to bring your light to those in darkness. This is your moment to act. When you give, your gift becomes a lamp, carrying my voice into the desolate silence of another's life and helping them find their way home to me. You are fulfilling my command to let your light shine, becoming a beacon for a soul who is about to give up hope. Your obedience right now will echo in eternity. As you release this light, I will command my own holy light to be a fortress of protection and favor around you and your entire household. Shine now. Click Give through Super Thanks, a membership, or the link in the description, and partner with me in scattering the darkness. My child, as these words settle into the quiet soil of your spirit, I invite you to take one final step. This is not a command, but an opportunity for your heart to respond, to seal this moment as a new beginning. If you have felt my call to the sacred stillness, if your soul has recognized its true home, then let your own hands and your own words join in this divine conversation. In the space provided for comments, I invite you to make a declaration. This act is a powerful step of faith. It is a line you draw in the sand of your life, a flag you plant in the territory of your heart, claiming it for peace. Your declaration is not for me, for I already see the beautiful intention within you. It is for you. It is a way to make this quiet promise tangible, a way to tell your own soul that you are serious about this journey. So I invite you now, write these words from the depths of your being. I will meet you in the silence. As you type or write this phrase, let it be more than just letters. Let it be a prayer. Let it be your commitment. Your words will join a beautiful chorus of other hearts who are also choosing my peace over the world's noise. Find encouragement in their declarations and let your declaration be an encouragement to them. I will see your response and I will honor the faith you show. Type it now in the comments. I will meet you in the silence. And make this moment real. Declare it and stand with others who choose peace. Go and carry this new beginning with you. Amen.